Alrighty then. So, last we left off, Dean had woken up from a nightmare of sorts, trapped in a endless maze. And after which they snuggled up with Ertos and Rudy. And in the morning, everyone just kind of went their own way to kind of just explore the grounds for a bit while waiting for the Keeper of Tomes to return. Avec and Gilbert went for a run. Gilbert was able to keep pace, uh, but it was a
Right.
little tricky. Avec definitely had to slow down at some points. And the rest of the party went for a stroll around the inside of the keep. Eventually, getting to one of the many libraries, one that kind of seemed, oh my god, had a theme uh, of more abyssal and demonic stuff. At which point you guys found a book, and as Dean was reading it, it uh, it attacked, fought it off, and then were confronted by a security guard. We then went for a bath, and then went back to the security guard where she gave you the job to find out where these books came from. After following the leads within Candlekeep, where you met a no shit mercenary and a man who you openly made cry, y'all headed out to Baldur's Gate. And that's where we will pick up now on the road into Baldur's Gate.
Yeehaw.
You know what's crazy is that I know we're going to Baldur's Gate, but is there actually like a gate?
I mean, I guess we'll see when we get there.
That's so cool.
As this is weirdly, I don't have a description on Baldur's Gate.
Is there a gate?
I don't know. I can't. I've never looked into Baldur's Gate.
Can we build a gate for him?
Absolutely.
There needs to be a gate.
I suppose there would be gates in the walls to Baldur Gate.
Yeah, there's a gate.
You see, Baldur's Gate is kind of built upon a large hill with very narrow streets. You're not really able to get carts through here, so you guys park your cart at a stable just outside the city. Uh, and you guys eventually head for the marketplace known as the Wide, which is located in the upper city. You see this as you kind of head to the upper part of the city. You see this is clearly where the wealthiest citizens live. Streets are illuminated by magical lights, luxurious boutiques, and expensive restaurants line the streets. And as you get to the Wide, you can see it is just ca- absolute chaos of a market. There are market stalls everywhere, twisting and turning alleyways. What are you guys doing to find this place?
I'm like wide-eyed because I don't think I've ever been in a
So,
place like this
yes,
before.
this is by far the biggest city you have ever been in.
Oh yeah. But I'm definitely when we get there, I've definitely shown my badge to at least like 4 or 5 people, trying to
Um,
find out where stuff is.
roll a roll a roll d20 for me.
A D20. Straight D20 coming up. There we go. How about a flat 10?
Flat 10. You know, It's better than less than 10.
Sure.
Yeah, you show it to a few people. Most people just kind of like dumb kid,
You're like,
like
"Aw,
don't
so
really
cute.
don't really
Go
engage.
away." Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're so cute, and I'm gonna keep walking away from you.
How
Uh,
dare they?
yeah, and eventually you show it to what looks like a city guard. And he goes, "Ah, a fellow member of the guard, I see. Although from not here. Where are you from, little guy?"
I will say the name of the
Yes.
town that I definitely know that
Yeah.
exists.
As those words came out of my mouth, I'm like, oh wait.
We've never talked about it, and it doesn't matter. But yes, I am from your town. I don't know. Make up a town. Somebody make up a town real fast.
Schmoopity
Something
poop.
cute. Fuck you. um,
Whiskerville.
I was gonna say I'm from Guildsboro. Like. um,
Guildsboro. I love it.
yeah. I don't think
It's
anybody's
canon.
yeah. Guilds, but he definitely pronounces it with a lisp, so it does sound like he's saying Guildsboro. And everyone, if you don't know where it's from, you're like, wait, did he just make up a town out of his own name, or did they name him after the town? It doesn't matter.
Oh, I've never heard of that place, but they must have a safe city with you on you on patrol.
Very happy about this statement. Yes, thank you very much. I try my very hardest.
You just kind of
We are looking for we don't have an action. No. So okay, remind me correct. The one dude bought it at a place, but didn't give us the name of the place. He just said he bought it from someone sketchy. The other one gave us a name of a place or a person.
part of
Yeah.
the name being Dune.
Dune.
Doing
And it
something.
was it wasn't like a bookstore. It was kind of like an oddity shop, if I'm correct.
It was a bookstore.
It was a bookstore. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the other guy. Yes, we're looking for a bookstore with the name Dune in it.
Oh, there are a lot of stores around here. A bookstore. Give me a perception check, and he'll give you advantage with the help action. Or not
Perception,
investigation.
investigation.
I never opened anyone's sheets. I'll get the
Uh,
fuck out
You
of
said
here.
I have advantage.
Yes, he is effectively giving you the help action.
Well,
Oh,
get
uh,
fucked.
yeah, I just gotta pull some stuff up. I forgot to pull up earlier.
It's okay, man.
I opened the tabs and I opened 4 instances of the campaign, but didn't actually open the character sheets.
I'm so bad.
Well, I'm not quite sure about that one, but it kind of rings a bell of off in that direction. Kind of just like vaguely points in a direction.
He says that direction, but doesn't point.
If you rolled in that one, yes.
Yeah, he did. Did there happen to be a what am I saying? Like I'm on a kiosk. When you're in the mall and they have a map, like a directory.
Yes, I think that's what they're called.
Yes.
That's exactly what it's called.
Yeah. Would there happen to be a directory or someone we could talk to about finding a specific location?
Kid, I wish. This place's shops are opening and closing up here every day.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you for your help, my good sir. And I would go to shake his hand.
He gives you a firm handshake.
I squeeze with all my might, which he probably feels as like a small little pinch. And I'm like, oh my god, so cute little guy.
You know what? Make me a make a strength roll for me.
Sure.
Let's see how firm of a handshake Gil can give.
That's
Honestly,
not too bad.
that's a pretty firm handshake there.
He tries his best.
Yeah.
I turn to everybody else and they go, but that was helpful, but also unhelpful.
What? Do any of the rest of you have any way they wish to try and find this store?
Is Urtos able to climb up on
Damn.
some roofs to see if he can spot like a sign?
Yeah. Give me a for Urtos. It would be a perception check with advantage because you're up above everything else.
That is a nat 20.
Yeah. If you're kind of up there for 5 or so minutes, just really slowly scanning, and you kind of off on the, a good ways from you guys, you see an amber dune sign. Can't quite make out everything, but
He's gonna do that cat yelling at the party.
like the chirping noise.
Yeah, and then just full on just cat yell. Wow. That thing. And then he hops down and starts leading the way towards it.
Alrighty. Yeah,
Well, onward we go then.
onward you go. Cat's leading the way. Yeah. It just takes you uh there's a lot of other stalls here. Is there anything you guys want to stop at before you reach the
Is there anything else that looks interesting?
yeah. There are a few interesting shops. You see a bakery, you see like an antiques shop. You see what time of year is it? It's you see something selling. It's labeled Heath's Cold Drinks. And you see some kind of weird arcane tent, like weird purple swirly stuff.
I'd like to stop. I'm sure Avik, if Avik was here, would also do what I'm gonna do, and I would like to get some of the street food.
Oh, for
Specifically anything like fried and also sweet.
Yeah. You stop off at Heath's Cold Drinks, where you're able to get, some like a trilled fruit juice and some like a cinnamon roll and like a like a chicken stick.
Yeah. I'm holding way too much food and very excited about it.
Yeah.
Not really thinking about all the things that I could be spending my money on. That'd be helpful because again,
Yeah.
I am a child.
Yeah, that'll cost you 2 silver.
You got it. Make it 3. I've left a good tip.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you want to spend more, I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh, I know. I'm just making sure that
Yeah.
everybody knows that Gil tips well. Side note, I tipped a dude $20 yesterday just because
Hey,
he
yo.
gave me fried dough.
I mean, I got a $20 tip for carrying one bag to a dude's car once.
Exactly, dude.
I got a $20 tip last night for getting somebody into a room.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo. Tip well.
Yeah. Just in case you were all wondering what kind of person I am. All right, where the fuck is gold?
In
Thank
inventory.
you. Found it.
So you should have 7 silver left over.
Heaven.
Because, yeah. Anyone else stopping at any of those other places or looking for anything else while they're here?
No, I
Really?
think I'm.
The
yeah, I
swirly
think
tent kind of looked interesting.
Take a gander.
Yeah, Urtos, as you it's very much a tent, like a circular pyre, like upside down cone. And as you approach, it's kind of like purple and pink swirls with like little stars in it. And you kind of like poke your head in through the tent flap. You see, seems to have it has a full dude in like blue wizard robes and a blue wizard hat.
Oh my god, we found him.
He seems to have lots of scrolls and crystal balls and wands and all sorts of stuff.
Urtos is gonna be the normal cat and just kind of sniff around.
As he sees you sniffing around, he goes, "Ah, a small little fellow. Anything I can be getting for you today?
Oh, would there be anything that Urtos would even have an interest in?
I sell scrolls, I sell focuses, I sell material components, I even sell services, if that's something you need. Is there anything Ertos needs?
I don't think so.
In that case, what is Ertos doing as he kind of sniffs around?
He was just kind of looking. It was interesting.
Yeah, just
It
make a.
remind it, re- it reminded him of something, and he wanted to check it out.
I suppose it would. Make a perception check as you're looking around.
Okay.
A dirty
dirty 20.
20. You see a label for a scroll called Identify. And you realize some of the services he might offer would include things like identifying or similar, wizard unique spells. Largely wizard unique.
You know, it might come in handy later. So he's gonna pick up the scroll, jump up on the table, and kind of place it in front of him.
Ah, that would be 20 gold. Or 10 gold for the service if you have an immediate need.
I don't think he'd have an immediate need. So he's going to do a little shaky shake with his fur, and he's going to get
20 gold falls out of somewhere.
20 gold falls out of somewhere. And you know what? He's gonna make it 22.
Ah, a good tipper.
He's just a cat.
He's
Like, here
gonna
you go.
reach out his hand to like see if you want like a head scratch.
Oh, he'll gladly take a head scratch.
Yeah, he gives you a few scratchies.
And then he's going to grab that scroll and kind of trot back out.
Well, have a lovely day, little fellow. And you trot out, and you see Gil. At this point, Gil has now got his food. And you guys are meeting back up. You guys see Ertos with a scroll in his mouth.
Is this scroll edible too?
While you can indeed eat paper, I don't think it would be wise.
That's okay. Gil eats like a demon.
Oh, for sure.
You know, as he should.
He deserves it.
His mouth fully open.
Oh.
Ertos, what are you doing with this scroll? I'd say the scroll is like, doesn't weigh enough that you could hide it in whatever dimensional pocket you keep your money in.
You said he could or could not?
You could. Like
Okay.
small things like that, you could. We'll have to figure out how exactly you do that, I assume. some sort of small, tiny bag of holding,
Possibly.
but
It's just a bag of holding in his collar.
yeah, something like that. But you guys watch as Urtos kind of like weirdly bends his neck and the scroll disappears into his fur somewhere.
It looks like he's just very carefully trying to lick himself, I guess, like clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how cats like bite where fleas are.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's gone.
Yes. It's exactly how it happens.
Are you guys back on the trails of the bookstore?
Yeah. Does anybody else wants to stop anywhere for anything?
Alrighty. Yeah. In total, with your little detour, it takes you about 20 minutes to get to the bookstore. And you see it is labeled Amber Dunes Books. And you see it's a fairly like small market stall. Seems to have a lot of books, and that's just about it. Probably about 100 books in the stall.
Who has the book? Oh, we don't have the books, right?
The books got destroyed.
The books got destroyed, so we only have. But we have the names of the books.
Yes.
Mm.
One of you roll a d20 for me.
I'm rolling bad today, so not me.
We'll see how I'm. Yeah, nope. Yo,
Oh,
god
no.
damn.
Alrighty.
Well,
I mean that's not necessarily bad. It just means there's an extra person here.
Okay.
You see, the person who seems to be kind of running the till, the front, seems to be a quiet, reserved man. Seems to just kind of be standing there with spectacles on his face. And you see an older woman who seems to be humming quietly as she organizes the books in the back. Still kind of like picking them out of the crates and putting them up on shelves.
Is this a neat bookstore, or is it like, there are books literally everywhere?
It's
Like,
on the neater end of a bookstore,
sure.
but
Kind of like a higher end books.
I don't know what that means.
Like higher end books, just like more like, it doesn't look like, oh my god.
Yeah, these
you're gonna
look
find
like
smut here.
yeah, these look like mostly new books.
Okay.
Nothing raunchy. But it does look like since this is not like a building, that stuff gets packed away and brought away from the stall at night, and then it's brought
Sure.
back in the morning. So things are like a little bit of a mess. And it's still fairly early in the morning. What are y'all doing?
So before we go in, there's no door. It's just a stall, right?
Yeah, like
Okay.
there's kind of
So
a front counter, and then 3 walls. So you kind of like walk past the front counter to get to the books.
sure. I want to pull everyone aside and go. So what's our plan? Are we just gonna play our cards out on the table, or are we gonna try to weasel some information out?
I mean, is there a reason not to just ask about the book?
I don't
Right.
know.
I don't think it's very harmless to just ask about the book.
Okay, cool. So we're all on the same page then.
Yes, we are. It seems.
All right. Who wants to do talking?
I can ask if nobody else wants to.
Dean just very quietly nods her head.
Yes, okay. I stand behind you. Look menacing.
All right. And Rudy's gonna just saunter up.
Okay.
I want to pull my hood up, and I'm gonna stand behind Rudy, looking like, a little sketchy, but I'm also definitely not. I'm what I think is sketchy.
Yeah, your hood is also not black.
Nope.
Like it's full like
Got
yeah.
colors in it for
Yeah.
sure. It's
Can
like
Mr.
cute.
Dean just very maternally and sigh, just pull his hood down and go, relax.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Going in too strong.
Going in too
Yeah, you don't
strong.
want to scare him too hard, Gil.
Right.
Mama Dean question mark? Rudy, as you approach with this nonsense happening behind you, you see the quiet man looks up and goes, hello there. Welcome to Amber Dune Books. Is there anything you're looking for? Or just browsing?
I have a question about a book that you've sold someone
Uh,
fairly recently, I guess it would be.
I might know the answer.
It was, what was the name? Frost Mighty something. Looks
I think
behind.
it's Dark Hunger.
Math Frost's Mighty Digressions.
Was it that one?
That was the one you guys read.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The other ones were
The other one was The Hunger.
Because I know Valor told us about this place,
yes.
and that one was Dark Hunger.
That one was Dark Hunger, and the
Yeah.
other one was Fallen Theomar.
Perf.
Yeah, this one was Mazroth's.
Okay.
No.
I don't. Actually,
It was a leather-bound book. It seemed more handwritten than not. Like it was notes.
Yes, I believe I recall that one. Sold it to a young fellow.
Yes. Well, that book attacked us not a couple days ago, and we were wondering where you've gotten that from, and if you could stop selling ones like that.
The book attacked you.
Yes, in the library.
Well, in the library.
Yes, we just came from Candlekeep.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense. He was a scholarly fellow, probably needed a rare book to get in. Kind of rambles for a moment about,
Just nods, like, yep,
yeah.
that's correct. Yep.
Uh, huh. Well, I don't know where such a book came from, but I don't
But
handle.
you sold it?
Yes, I sold that one. I don't handle the getting of the books.
Then can we ask who does? Because it's becoming a little bit of a problem, apparently.
That would be my manager. And you see he kind of yells back behind him, Corvala! And you see, kind of after a few moments, behind a bookshelf in an area you couldn't see before, you see a third woman, or a third person step out. You see she's kind of like a tall and imposing figure. She kind of walks up. She goes, yes. How can I be helping you?
Well, as we just explained to him, we just came from Candlekeep, where someone had bought a book from here to get inside. But a few days ago, it attacked us when we tried to look at it in the library. And we were wondering where you might have gotten it from, or if you can stop selling books that are violent to people trying to get into Candlekeep.
Well, I certainly don't know anything about violent books. Are you sure it wasn't something he had put on the book after he had bought it from us?
No, he seemed far too nervous to do something like that. He
Oh.
actually pissed himself when we questioned him.
Oh. Huh. Well, I... Make a insight check for me.
I would just like to imagine Gilbert telling us this as we're gathered at our camp that he peed, like not in the moment, but like waiting until later.
On a 21, you see, she is hiding something.
And it's very much just it goes from a polite smile to a slightly narrowed-eyed, knowing smile.
On a very high insight of herself, she returns the the same smile. So, she in a hushed voice. So you have tracked it back to here, have you?
Yes.
And I suppose there's no way for you to just leave?
Well, we're only tasked with making sure that those kinds of books stop going into Candlekeep. That's all. So maybe try and vet those that are buying your rarer books. And make sure that none of those are going to attack anyone in the libraries of Candlekeep, yes?
I suppose I could be doing a better job of it.
Much appreciated.
Well, is there anything else I can be getting for you today?
He's gonna look behind, just like, do any of you want any of the books here?
No, I'm afraid I'll get attacked again.
I don't know. Did I see
think
anything
we're all
super
right.
interesting?
There seem to be a lot of books here. Nothing specifically catches your eye.
Okay, then no. I just crack my knuckles and well, let's be clear. I crack like one knuckle and shake my head, kind of like smack my fist together.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, then they're gonna turn their head back and just go, no, I think we're alright. I think that is all.
Well, in that case, I bid you farewell. I have work I need to be getting done.
Thank you. And don't worry, if it happens again, we'll know where to find you.
I want to make the like cutting your throat motion with my little paw.
She kind of gives you like a little chuckle. As she turns around and goes back to doing work, I need all of you to give me another insight check.
Yeah, you got it.
God damn it.
Would you believe it was 10?
Rudy.
10 out of 10.
damn.
Well, I'm glad Urtos isn't alone with the 5.
Okay, this is what Rudy's good at.
Rudy kind of like she kind of lets her face fall a moment before before she's fully out of sight, and you see kind of a very displeased look crosses her face, almost like a
Okay.
scowl of sorts.
Can I tell
mean-
if it's a scowl at like a general situation, like that she was caught, or that this happened at all, or at us?
On a 23, you can sense that something has not gone to plan.
Okay,
Like something has gone awry here.
gotcha.
And with that,
Yep.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yep.
Just be thinking about what you guys want to do.
Milkshake time. It's a milkshake. Fuck. Shut the door.
I love having high insight.
I've been waiting to go grab my milkshake for like 20 minutes.
Dog, go get your. Just next time, just go get your milkshake.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, that's crack.
I am back.
Welcome back.
As she turns away and you see that, Rudy, what are the rest of you doing? Or what are all of you doing?
I don't see it, so I'm just kind of following the group, trying my hand at being a badass, and it's going really good. He thinks.
Good cop, cute
Dean's
cop.
more fun watching Gilbert be a dumbass.
It's pretty amusing.
You know, Urtos is just encouraging him.
Yeah.
So Rudy, what are you doing?
Did we walk away from the counter?
Yes, you can like step away before you do anything.
Well, the rest of the group thinks that business is done here at least, so we'll probably like exit the stall, and Rudy will kind of make a little motion to step over to the side rather than in like the crowded street.
Step down some side alley.
Yeah, and they're just gonna like crouch down a little bit so that they're kind of in the middle of where Dean's height is and where the other two cats are. And just
I
kind
mean,
of,
if you find a little ledge, Urtos can just jump on it and be up to your height.
yeah, it's fine. But also try to keep it hush hush. So it's just well, when turning away, I got the sense that she felt as if something had not gone correctly. Like there's something else going on.
Hmm.
I mean, we did kind of call out her whole operation. Feels, good to bust some crime.
Oh, slightly, but I don't know if she meant for that book to end up in the library. Maybe it was mistakenly sold to him, and other dangerous books are going to other people.
What do you expect we should do about it, if anything at all?
That of a sting operation.
Well, it's not part of our job here, but if you feel strongly about it, perhaps.
So, it's hitting a little close to home to me. I can imagine, not wanting to be attacked by a book you're just trying to read.
Avek would definitely hop in on the side of not
Yeah.
wanting to get attacked by books.
Anti-book.
Dude, fuck books.
Oh, the bitch is up.
Whether they're actually awake is the real question.
They sent me a message.
Oh.
Oh. Well, in any case, if we can find this other person and get that job done, then maybe we can try and figure out what's going on here if you want.
Maybe they're connected.
Perhaps.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we've uncovered a wing of dangerous book peddling thieves, and they're really trying to overthrow the government and take over Candlekeep, gain all the knowledge, and turn it into an army of evil books.
Interesting thought.
Perhaps.
Perhaps,
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
mayhaps.
Just maybe.
Just perchance.
Just a little bit of anarchy.
Just a teeny tiny bit of anarchy. So.
Well,
Time to find the other one.
I don't think I was there for any of the knowledge about that guy specifically. So Gil also doesn't know because he was focused on Dune.
You actually the stall was described by one of them. I don't remember which. And that man was described by the other person. So it's likely they were talking about this store. Both people.
Right.
So it seems both books came from here.
Okay, sting operation.
No, I feel looking back in my notes because I take those. It looks like Eularian described the Dune place and described the seller as a quiet fellow with spectacles, and
Oh,
Fowler described
I
just the
fucked my-
seller as a woman with wide eyes and long braids.
Yes.
Seemed chatty.
I may or may not have mixed those up.
uh-oh.
Yeah, that's okay. You be some blowout.
Yoo-hoo.
Good morning.
You're sleepy.
Morning, Starshine. The sun says hello.
That was terrifyingly accurate. Oh, where's my shit?
So I forgot who I had described which seller, but
So it was meant to be the same person.
yes. They each described different people, but one of them described the store and one of them described the seller. Or described that specific seller.
So the other person wasn't supposed to have described
Yes.
a woman with braids.
They were. I just change which person described which seller.
Okay.
That would be a fuck up on my part because I forgot to make notes during game time and described them,
Yes.
or I had to pull them from the video.
Oh, that's okay. I don't take notes, so.
Yes.
I have like half a notebook.
With a lot of weird stuff in it.
I got a lot of funny one-liners.
So you get there, Beck? You good for a recap of what's happened?
We got Schmeat.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you got 2 Baldur's Gate. Kill had an adorable interaction with a city watch.
Absolutely adorable.
Gil went and got some meat. And Ertos went and got Identify Scroll from a wizard in his wizard hut. Wizard tent. Then the whole party went up to the bookstore that you guys have been trying to find and things seemed okay on the surface, but Ruti caught a little bit of things aren't going as planned from the manager.
Something fishy.
Something so fishy.
Nefarious, even.
So, do we want to try and put an end to this, like an actual end, or
I think we should.
I mean, we're here, right?
Might as well.
And in the words of Avik, fuck books.
Fuck books.
Dean's gonna start putting soap in this kid's mouth. Swear to God. Dean's gonna full mom this dude. I don't care how old he is.
It's not that old, so I mean,
It's definitely underage.
yeah. I can't drink. I definitely can't own a car.
Well, you can own a car, you just can't drive a car.
That's
Ah.
true.
You're old enough for soap in your mouth then.
Oh, one of my favorite jokes is in a fantasy world where a bunch of people walk into a bar and a bartender's got to pull out a giant ass book to sort through the legal drinking age for every different race. But
Also, can I buy the kid a drink on the first day?
oh my god, did you try and buy Gil a drink in the first session?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to have a first drink sometime.
I was gonna say, theoretically, if we're going by medieval standards, I can drink for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Why there would be laws about drinking age in a fantasy world, I cannot tell you.
Yeah, I know.
Earthdom still exists, but at the same time, yeah, no, I can't drink.
Yeah. But what you guys doing?
Drinking, no.
I think we should tackle this issue. We came all this way. We should not leave, quote unquote, empty-handed.
With just your word or their word that they're gonna look into it.
Yeah. I think
Goodness.
we personally should look into it.
so do we want to try and stake it out and see what they're doing, or do we want to try and confront them again?
My eyes go wide. Stake out.
I knew it.
Alright, we're gonna need snacks, and we're gonna need cool costumes, and we're gonna need to go spot the Urtas. I think you should take the high road. You can be our air support.
And he just kind of goes off on this little tangent about trying to, but like nobody's listening to him, but he's going in.
No, Rudy's 100% listening.
He's thought about this long and hard.
Urtos tries.
Dean's gonna lean over to Avik and go, "This kid reads a little too many books."
Yeah. Oh yeah. So many
Oh, yeah.
cop novels. I imagine that like cop novels exist, right? Like we have printed press books exist. So like there's definitely
He
like
watched
the
novels.
Just
yeah,
walk-
there's like
Because remember, he's not a cop.
CSI Candlekeep, you know.
If there's any equivalent to film noir, he would be watching it.
watches Columbo.
yeah.
Just remember the thing I was supposed to do. And just what's that? Nobody mind that.
Yeah, don't mind it.
Only me.
Okay. So you guys are going for a stakeout.
Here we are.
How you guys staking this out? What is your plan of attack here?
Anybody seen The Italian Job?
No.
God damn it.
No.
All right. Well, he's gonna describe it very much in a way that's like, like he's gonna give everybody stupid code names and then tell them what position they're in. So it's like,
Avik, the muscle. You're gonna stay in the back, wait for things to go south. We can get away or call you in for backup. I'm Gil. I'm gonna be in disguise.
this doesn't like again going way too hard into the spy themes of we're in the stakeout.
Shouldn't your code name not be your name, Gil?
Well, right. He says a cool code name,
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, my name's Gilbert. So
Something stupid like Swift Paw, probably.
Swift Paw.
Goofy shit.
Alpha's gonna lean over to Dean and just whisper, "Kid's totally a fucking narc."
It's fucking dark.
Oh, it's the Brooklyn Nine-Nine opening. You know how everyone gets their like their freeze frame shot on
Yes.
them doing
Yeah.
something? That's
Oh,
what he
yeah.
Literally, yeah. Same music and everything.
I legally require you to give us all code names now. We need them.
We do need
Okay.
them.
Yeah, hold on, give me a minute. Keep going with this,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm gonna come up with code names now.
Yeah. As you guys all kind of like set up, trying to, I assume, do this covertly, as is how a stakeout normally works. I need you all to make stealth checks. And do any of you have any places they would like to hide specifically?
Ertos is just gonna find the most shady spot.
Okay. Urtos can actually do this with advantage because he is just a common cat.
Meow, bitch.
Rudy's fairly conspicuous, so I'm gonna try and say that she stands a little further away,
Okay.
like with hood up and everything, any kind of like cover that they can be in, maybe like hunkered down on the side of a building, just trying to keep a watch on the front of the stall.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sneak towards the back. I'm gonna go for the back, see what's going on behind closed doors. But I would also like to
Yeah.
say that I'm assuming we're waiting for it to be a little later, right? We'll give it like a couple hours so that it's not like, wow, we just interrupted these people and interrogated them, and now we're just standing around
Yes.
watching them. In that time, I would like to buy a black cloak that is probably like super edgy and emo, and he thinks, oh my god, this is so cool, I'm gonna be so stealthy.
Okay. It'll be 1 gold for a basic black cloak.
Yeah,
1 gold, 5 silver for like the edgy cloak.
absolutely, you got it.
Gil's gonna start listening to My Alchemic Romance.
No, I already have I already have
God
a pop bard that
damn.
exists whose name is Gerard Lost My Way, who was starting a band called literally My Alchemic Romance. Like, oh my god, fuck you.
I hate you
Called
all.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the Curse
He's-
of God
He's
campaign.
gonna start
Yeah.
stealing Everdean's eyeliner soon. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Dean for sure just has a lot of eyeliner specifically. Rudy.
Yeah, it's about what I expected.
Thankfully, Ava, give me a stealth check with disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think he'd probably duck into like an alleyway to hide, but end up like getting sleep. Maybe not fall asleep, but he's just like getting
Ooh.
there.
A 17. Yeah, you're good. You're chugging along in this alleyway. 3 out of the 5 of you pass or get higher than the DC. I won't tell you what the DC was, but at least 3 of you got higher than it, so you pass.
Group checks.
Group checks, gotta love them. And I need you guys to give me either perception or investigation checks. Now that you're not seen.
We can choose.
Yes, either or. Rudy.
They don't have dark vision. It's fine.
It's during the day.
They don't have dark vision. It's fine.
Oh, Gil, doing the Gil thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh wait, I didn't even do that at disadvantage. Hold
Oh,
on.
right.
Rudy already did their thing with the insight stuff. It's fine.
Yeah. Avek with that lovely 7. You guys. So how long would you wait before you started setting up your stakeout?
Like, let's make it not, midday. You want for like golden hour, like,
Ah,
afternoon. We'll have like a little snack so that we're not hungry. We'll come back. We'll have had like the whole planning time, and
yeah.
now we're in our locations ready for.
So we'll say, you guys would have noticed signs, those of you who could read, that the wide closes at 7 o'clock.
Sure,
We can say you guys set up at 6
sure.
to see. That way you can be around for when they leave. And when you guys set up, you actually, you don't see any of the three people you saw there beforehand. You just see two different people. Um, you do see a petite woman with, wide eyes and long braids.
Hmm.
And you see the one definitely like kind of standing out in front of the stall. Seems to be kind of loudly orating from one of the tomes to potentially entice potential customers. Just reading aloud one of the books.
What kind of book?
Uh,
Novel specifically about a stakeout. Weird.
yeah, weird.
Fun.
Yeah, real. It says it right in the module. Like, he is reading just a story about some great adventure. Seems to be a classic hero's tale.
Definitely read
Okie
this
dokie.
one.
Oh yeah, Gil, you've definitely read this, but hearing the different voices he makes is fun.
That's probably why Rudy is not like stealthy. They're actually just sitting down and listening.
Yeah. Yeah, Rudy fully is entranced in this book.
And it's like, oh, this is interesting. I've never read a book like this
Yeah.
before.
Gil is mouthing along with the words. Sorry.
Like a theater snob at a Shakespeare play.
Literally, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's about all you guys see during your lookout.
Okay.
And as they, about 7 o'clock rolls around, they start, or as 7 o'clock starts to roll around, they start unpacking all the books. And then start heading out of the wide. And no roll necessary. You guys are able to stealthily follow them. And they head to a part of the city known as Blackgate. This seems to be this part of the city is like on the very outskirts, like basically hugging the walls. It seems to be filled with ramshackle huts and flimsy tents, narrow streets. You see a couple very clear black market deals happening. And eventually, you see the two of them enter a dilapidated hovel with wooden walls, kind of tucked away into a corner.
Hmm.
What are y'all doing?
The urge to go in.
It's about
Kind
7:30 at this point.
they took the books here too, or
Yes.
like, okay? Are there lights inside?
Yeah, you see seems to be torchlit inside.
Are the doors cracked?
With the door is
Windows.
closed. Uh, if you want to look through a window, it would be a stealth and a perception check.
Sure. Meet up with the group. I think we gotta look in there, guys. Does anyone have anything more stealthy than me? Or Tess, do you want to go look on the roof?
also give a nod, and he'll start heading for the roof, or at least looking for a way to get up there.
Yeah, you kind of like hot. You've played Stray. You've
I've
played
played Stray,
Stray.
yes.
You know how a cat gets on a roof.
Yeah.
It's very much like
I'm
that.
gonna go kind of very sneakily sit under the window and try to listen in. Not look,
Yeah.
but listen. Hear if I can't see them.
Roll me a. Okay, would you have gone left or right from the front door?
Are there windows on both sides?
You know, let me actually just bring you guys to the map.
That is helpful.
So right now you only have a tiny portion that you can see, revealed on the map. But you see there's a wall around the left side there, and you do see there's a window on this front part of the front face of the house.
Not gonna lie, can't see.
Oh,
Can't
that's
see the house at all.
because I stopped it just shy of the point where you could see it.
Great.
There you
Okay,
go.
we go.
cool.
It doesn't have windows on the map, but
Sure. For sake of argument.
yeah, there's a window on the front here.
Yeah, like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll like, oh, we go slide under the window and kind of like listen in.
Make a perception check. A 14. You don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything at all. Like it doesn't even sound like there are people inside.
At least not close to this window.
Sure.
I'm gonna go on the opposite side, so I'm gonna go around this side of the building.
Alrighty.
Just kind of like peek to see what's on this side. Is there windows or oh, I can't see nothing anymore.
Yeah, you can't see nothing.
Bye, Rudy.
Do we go?
It's disappeared into the abyss.
Okay, 2 windows.
2 windows.
Creeping up next to this one, again, not like poking their head out, anything. Can I hear any kind of movement?
Make another perception check for me. A 22. You hear
That's
very
alright.
faintly the sounds of like cooking. You hear like a cutting, but it's very quiet. Does not seem to be in this room.
If I like crawl my way
Wait.
up over to the second window, can I hear anything else?
Yeah, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? I might have lied because there's just 2 people who should be here that just aren't. That's very strange. That one's here. That one's not. Yep. Yep. That's weird. Okay. Backstepping a bit. Because there's definitely stuff you would have heard. Oh, that's not what I want to do. But how do I do the thing? Huh. How the am I having a stroke?
What happened?
How do you do the thing? There we go. Okay. Actually, Gilbert and Rudy still hears the cooking, but Gilbert and Rudy both hear just like casual conversation in this room.
Okay, can we make out anything?
Just kind of like how the day went. Just you hear talking about the shop.
Okay, nothing of note. Like they're not griping that they got caught or something.
No, they're just talking
yes.
about fuck the, like, man, do you hear that one woman who came in and the book was like wet and so she wanted to return it, but like she bought it and it wasn't wet?
Yep, very much. That's that sort of shenanigans.
Okay. So then I will still crawl up to the other window and trying to hear what I can hear.
Make another perception check for me. A 15. You hear slight snoring in this room. Someone seems to be
Okay.
asleep.
Was there anything Urtos is seeing up on the roof?
You actually see that this is only a one-story building, and you kind of like climb up the building next to it. You see it's just a one-story building. Doesn't seem to be any attic space. Seems to just be like a fairly flat roof. But you see nothing else of note up there.
He'll still be the eye in the sky,
Okay.
just watching.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
What's over this way?
More around the corner of the building.
Okay, I'm gonna go sneak my way over and like peer around the corner.
Alrighty. That reveal area.
More windows.
Yes. See two more windows.
Well, you know what it is.
Make a perception check. Oh, 25.
Hey.
You hear very clearly the sounds of like someone cooking a dinner, and just more idle chatter.
How's it smell?
Mm,
Mediocre.
you actually don't smell anything because the windows are closed.
Sure.
But-
Alright, well.
Yeah.
Only one more thing to do.
Make a perception check.
Calling it right now, Nat 1.
Oh god.
Would you fucking believe that?
You hear nothing.
I hear
Any
nothing.
bonus points for calling it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Honestly, calling it was impressive.
Thank you. Is the lights on? Are there lights on?
In most of the rooms, yes. In this room specifically, and Rudy, you notice this as well. The lights seems to be like less light in this room. There's still some, but it is not as bright as the other two rooms you saw.
Okay. And then I'm assuming down at the end this way, there's the corner to the back of the building, or does it butt into like?
That part butts into like another building.
I'm gonna look in.
Alrighty.
You want a stealth check and then a perception check?
Yes. And actually, At this point, just everyone give me a stealth check.
Oof.
Urtos, you're fine.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Reveal area. Gil.
I'll wait. Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's everybody that needs one. Pretty good.
All right. Here comes the perception.
As you peek your head in, Gil, you see. Let me actually describe the room. This is more like a wide corridor than an actual room. You see this long and crowded space is occupied by like 6 cots, and you see one of them is occupied. There's someone snoozing on it.
Someone I have not seen before, though.
Yeah. Let me double check.
Okay.
Let me double check who you have seen. You have not seen this one before.
But these are doors, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So it would look like there's some sort of rooms that are back here that don't have windows,
Correct.
or that at least from my side doesn't have a window.
Yes, from your side does not have a window.
Okay. I see Rudy looking in the other window. That's so funny. Just kidding. Alright.
Waving each other.
I'm gonna pop down. Now that I've looked in. I'm sorry. Last question. Are these doors closed?
You see the one closest to you is, but the other two are kind of like popped open a little bit. You're not really able to see into them.
Sure. But
But
they're not like
they're-
closed and locked with like 7 locks and like,
Yeah.
you know.
They're not closed and locked.
I'm gonna start making my way back downtown.
Walking fast.
No, slowly and stealthily.
Alrighty. Yeah.
I'm just skipping in front of the house.
I'll say your 10 and 11 for Avek and Dean are fine because you guys are just standing there. You're not like actively being loud about it, about where you are.
We were the eyes on the ground.
Yeah, you get your
We
eyes
were
up in
the
the sky.
supervisors.
Yeah. Get eyes up in the sky and eyes on the ground.
Somebody's got to watch the getaway exit.
That would be why Artos is up on the roof.
I'll report back everything I found. So it looks like it seems to be that there are 2 doors in the back of the building that are seemingly closed. One's closed, one's kind of open. But the front rooms and the middle room seem to be some sort of just living quarters.
Okay. We didn't see any funny business in there?
I didn't hear any, no.
Weird.
But there are 2 rooms in the back.
True. Do we want to try and check those out?
Seemingly the only way to do that is to go into the front door and then open the door. And unless anybody here has the ability to be invisible, that will be very difficult.
I can for a short amount of time, but not enough to mean much. Do we want to just take a look? I think I can get in.
Yeah.
How are you going to get in?
It's just the slow smile. Just try not to squish me, okay?
Okay.
What?
I turn into a spider.
Yes.
It's just the very large form, just little bitty spider.
Yeah, you see Rudy's like these lines on Rudy glow, as you've seen a few times now, and then Rudy just kind of like shrinks
Interesting.
into a still very fuzzy spider.
Dean slaps her hand over her mouth and clings to Avik.
I think Avic's eyes like fully like followed Rudy down through the entire transformation.
Yeah.
And then he just like super slowly turns his head to look at Dean with just this what the fuck look on his face.
Dean is just clinging to Avik for dear life. She hates spiders. Not
Like,
scared, she
try
just
not to
hates
see
them.
me.
I'm gonna give Dean a very confused look because I'm really confused right now.
Perfect. I'm gonna scuttle over to the door and try and get under.
Oh yeah, as a spider, you're very able to scuttle under the door.
Cool.
Love that.
And I'll reveal this room to you. So you see, the man who you had originally talked with is talking with, looks like make a nature check for me. To see what he's talking to. A 13. I forgot it was int based. Um, you see the man, the quiet man with spectacles, is talking to what you know to be a werejackal. They seem to
Huh.
just be holding a casual conversation. And the room itself, you see 7 mismatched chairs are scattered around this like homely common room. A couple of mugs and plates sit on a small circular table in the center of the space, and you see a tattered and faded rug decorates the wooden floor.
Okay, so nothing else much of note in this room.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna crawl up the wall and onto the ceiling. And I'm just gonna make my way right over to the next room.
Okay. And you see, again, what appears to be a cramped sleeping quarters. Oh, and they're gone.
Haha.
Rudy, I miss you. Please come back from war.
In this room, except for a corner with 2 stacked wooden trunks, the walls of this room are lined with half-empty bookshelves. And you see a werejackal, another one, seems to be sorting through books and like putting them back on shelves. Make
Do
a
any of these books look like they're also leather bound or anything that could be considered as, like dangerous
perception
looking?
check
Just
for me. A 15. Sorry, who was um you actually see that you don't see any of these books. They all look just like normal books. But you see that the werejackal here actually has very similar clothes on. Like it's still wearing clothes, but they seem to be very similar to the ones of the older woman you saw earlier in the morning.
Like the manager woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the manager.
No, the older one.
The older one that you didn't interact with.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Since I'll be able to have it up for 10 minutes, I'm gonna do the racial detect magic.
Okay. In in this room, there is no magic.
Okay. Can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin sheet of metal, 3 feet of wood or dirt. So I assume that these walls are not 3 feet thick.
No. So actually, what's a 30-foot range? You actually do feel a little bit of conjuration magic coming through the other side of this wall.
And how does conjuration magic feel? Sorry.
Listen,
Personally, I
let's
think
just
it
be
feels like you put on like a mint lotion.
let's just be glad I remembered the name of
What?
one of the schools of magic.
No, that's so funny. I'm just making fun of people who do that. Sorry, just kidding. Alright, back to silence. Bye.
And here, you see a large wooden desk takes up most of this room. Atop the desk, a quill and a bottle of ink sit next to a leather-bound journal. And you see a pair of decorative swords hangs on the wall behind the desk. And you see a single bed tucked against one of the walls. And you actually see the 2 swords on the wall. They both have conjuration magic about them. And you see the manager Corvala here writing in this journal.
Hmm.
Is she like angrily writing? Any kind of muttering that she's doing?
No, just seems to be writing in the journal.
Okay. On an off chance, even though I can't really read, I may be able to recognize any kind of like handwriting, any kind of like notable, because I did look at the Mazfroth's writing. Does it look any kind of similar to how she's writing?
It does not look like similar to how she's writing. It seems to
Okay.
be, just make me a, I know you're not good at this, make me an intelligence check.
No, just on the off chance. Sometimes
Yes,
it works.
yes.
Nope.
On a 4, it seems to be organized writing, like, opposed to the other book was very disorganized,
Okay.
like, seems to be straight lines
Okay,
of writing. Other than that, you have no
that's
idea.
enough. That's fine. Okay. So just for the sake of getting this whole thing lit up, I'm gonna go new, 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 crawling across the ceiling, very inconspicuous because I'm a spider.
Spider for a rogue? Spider for a rogue.
Spider.
In this room, the 2 people you see are another person you've never seen, and you see this were-jackal seems to be wearing similar clothes to the person the woman you just walk in here, who you followed to this building, one of the 2 people you followed.
Okay.
And this kitchen is small but clean and organized. You see a shelf holds a row of pots and pans on one side of the fireplace, a cutting board and a knife rest on the counter. Clean plates and utensils sitting on a matching counter on the other side.
Okay. So with all of that, they're probably just gonna go. All right. You gotta go out here, crawl on the wall, go over here, then over here, and go back to a furball.
Around the corner.
Yes, around the corner.
Okay.
And then just kind of like poke their head out, being hello. After like what, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah. Took you a while to go through there.
Little skittery legs.
While Rudy was in there, is anyone doing anything else?
It's comforting Dean, who's apparently afraid of spiders.
Let me think. So we've checked all the windows. We've checked the door. We have Urtos on top of the building.
Yeah, I'll remind you guys, not everything needs to end in violence.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking. I don't really think there's too much that I could perceive out here that I
Yeah.
wouldn't have already had. So I might fill in Urtos on what is going on if Urtos is still on top of the building. Like watching the
Yeah, you kind of like crawl up to Urtos a bit, because I don't think Urtos doesn't give you the ability to respond telepathically.
No.
Yeah, you kind of like crawl up to Urtos a bit. You're fairly acrobatic. It's no problem.
Yeah.
You kind of catch Urtos up.
No, just wait.
Yeah. And then Rudy pops back out around the corner.
Hello.
I think at this point I'm holding Dean and I'm just quietly like trying to whisper to her, "Look, it's okay. Spiders are so small and pathetic. I could crush them with just my foot. Like I
I
could
would
protect
rather
them
you
from
didn't crush
spiders."
me at least.
I was really tempted to. It's all those
I
little
know.
fucking legs. Yeah,
That's
look.
why I said please try not to squish me. I appreciate that you didn't.
A lot of self-control.
Anyway, it doesn't seem like there's much here. And then I'll just fill in what I saw, including the magic swords and her writing at the desk, blah blah blah, all the werejackals.
I can't remember. Did you ever cast Detect Magic on the book that attacked you, or had it already been destroyed?
It was already destroyed.
Okay.
You're in the middle of battle. I'm not gonna waste
Yeah.
an action to detect
Yes.
magic.
Fair. I just couldn't remember if you had done
Like,
it beforehand.
obviously, this thing is magical. Oh. But yeah. They'll fill everybody else in on what they saw.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure what we want to do about all of that.
Bang on the door and be like, "We need to talk to the lady."
Hmm.
You
I
could.
I
think
mean, we already have. She
think it-
already somewhat agreed to at least not sell it to people going into Candlekeep.
So since I didn't see it, it's described to me like they almost have like I don't know. I don't want to say like they're
So,
insurrectionists, but it kind of sounds like they have like dangerous items here and like
They
I really
definitely.
only saw books and the 2 magic swords.
Yeah, books, dangerous items.
Yeah. Extremely dangerous item.
you didn't see anything like a trap door or stairs downstairs, did you?
Not that I was aware of, no.
You didn't really see anything that dangerous.
And again, I didn't really look for trapdoors. Maybe I should have.
in the future, I would always recommend looking for trapdoors.
Wait, people actually use trapdoors?
Do you not remember the bookshelf that was hiding the trapdoor that I asked you to smash because I was like, "Oh look, books, you can smash it." and
Yeah,
you
but
smashed
that's
it,
a
and then there was
fucking
door.
wizard place. Wizards are weird.
Wizards are weird, and so is everyone else.
Okay, let's go in quotes.
Wizards are weird, and so is everyone else.
Mm.
Heck yeah. So, what do we want to do about this? Do we want to just leave this be, or
I know I'm gonna say something that you guys are not gonna love, but I think we might want to report this to the watch. And since it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do about it, at least they might have, keep an eye on them while we're gone. I mean, like you said, we asked if they would stop, and they said yeah, but you don't want anyone else getting hurt. Just because it's not going to Candlekeep, and that's what we're required to do. And, you know, I don't know how. We don't want to spread the plague of dangerous books to everyone. No, sorry, I'm trying to think of a joke,
Yeah.
but I can't. I don't have one.
Dark makes sense.
Yeah. You guys talk to them in the public. You don't know what would happen behind closed doors. Because even though your conversation was hushed at the stall, people are still always listening everywhere. Or
Mhm.
you could go and tell the watch. Either are valid.
Split. Kinda think we should bang on the door. Gonna
Maybe
get bit,
bang or
but also I just really don't like those types of motherfuckers.
Ones the kinds that read.
I mean, I don't like those guys either, but I mean like city garden shit.
I feel like a conversation with that lady in the room sounds required for a little more information. It's just how
Alright. Do we
about
want
it.
to try and
Question.
knock on the front door, or? Because I didn't see any other entrance to that room, right?
Correct.
Looks
only-
like the only way to get in is through the front.
I'd like to state my disagreement with this plan, but at the end of the day,
You could just
Or
go
do
snitch
you have another
after.
suggestion?
You'll get your chance to narc, Gil.
I'm not a fucking narc.
Then why do you want to so bad?
Don't believe you.
Why do I want to tell people about something? Oh, I don't know, because they keep sending dangerous stuff, and you got attacked by books 4 times. I'm sorry, did I not save your life from books like 3 times now? I'm not saying that I'm trying to narc. I'm just saying that maybe this is actually dangerous.
You.
I don't care. I'm going away. He's walking away.
I was going to ask
Nope,
what a
he's
narc
walking away.
Is Gil going through puberty?
Gil
no.
throws a tantrum.
I was going to ask what a narc was. I don't know what. Okay.
A narc is a snitch. And snitches get stitches.
I've gotten stitches several times, and I'm not a narc.
They get a special type of stitches.
Okay, good.
Well, just because you get to stitches doesn't make you a snitch, but if you're a snitch, you do get stitches.
Oh, God.
So you guys going on plan, talk to him?
If we wanted another opinion, he did kind of leave rather abruptly.
Well, then he can just keep watch while we go inside then.
I mean, if things turn hostile, that wouldn't be advisable.
Right.
I do
'Cause they
have
do
an
have-
idea.
What would that
Ooh.
be?
Urtos is just gonna come down and just kind of look at Rudy. I lost my train of thought. I apologize. Hold on.
Derailed.
I mean, I haven't been to sleep yet, so completely.
Fair.
I got it. Okay. He'll kind of sit down and kind of motion towards the door with his tail, while continuing to maintain eye contact with Rudy. You said she was writing in a book, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I could always under the assumption of a normal cat could try and gain entry. And I will come back to let you know what she was writing.
Mm.
Perhaps. Do you have a way to contact us if things go wrong?
Really loud.
He'd probably ponder for a minute before giving a bit of a shake on his head. A shake on his head? English. A shake of the head. But he can say, he's like, but I will find a way back to you.
Just looks to the other two people that haven't rushed off. Do we want to try that covert way again, or do we want to just try and knock on the door?
I will say Rudy is the only one who can hear this.
Yeah.
I feel
They probably don't even realize it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think they would recognize him from earlier? Is my question.
And
I
then
think
Dean would
he's
hear a voice in their
hard to
head.
forget.
It's like would hear a voice in their head. Who's to say they even saw me?
Ooh,
Yeah, because it was the other stall that saw Airtos.
Yeah.
right.
I was the only one that
Swirly
they
tent.
talked to. But they definitely saw Gil.
Yeah.
Definitely saw Dean. I don't know
You
about
guys
the
are
other guy.
not sure if they ever saw Urtos.
Urtos is a sneaky boy.
So do we want to try and let him take a look?
I think it could be smart to get a little more intel this way before we try to enter.
Alright. I
Perhaps.
will keep an ear out for you then.
Alrighty. So what are y'all doing? You guys trying to like hide away?
Yeah, I'd assume we'd have to hide somewhere.
You guys are able to like hide off and like where you can still see the building, but or would not be easily spotted from outside.
Since I know the room where Erthos is trying to get to, can I actually go on this side?
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, Rudy could, if Rudy wanted to wild shape again.
Yeah, I can do that one more time today.
Okay. So what are y'all doing? Avek and Dean are hiding. Rudy is hiding.
I would probably say that once Urtos is confident that his friends aren't going to get seen, he'd probably just do the cat thing, walk up to the door, and kind of start scratching at it.
Yeah. Make a.
Boot up a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely have rolled high enough perception to hear you. After a minute of scratching at the door, you see one of them walks up and opens the door for you.
He does a little, that little happy chirp noise that cats do.
The little.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
one of those.
And this is the first man that spoke to Rudy.
Okay.
Well, hello there, little fellow. Can I help you?
He's just gonna kind of purr and then kind of rub up against his leg.
Make
You
me
know.
a
Normal cat things.
normal cat things. Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Ugh.
Was not a high
Best-
DC.
was about to say it's not the best, but it's also not the worst.
Yeah, you kind of like rub up and kind of like step in. And goes, I guess we got a
Cat just
cat.
helps. The cat just helps himself.
Yeah.
Just what cats do.
Yeah.
You see, he kind of like bends down, gives you some scritches.
Oh, Urtos is gonna lean into it, full on selling it.
Full on selling it. Yeah. You he eventually like closes the door, lets you in. Goes, well, aren't you a cute little fella? And he goes to like sit down in his chair.
Urtos is gonna go exploring.
He kind of just keeps an eye on you as you walk away. Kind of just like shrugs. He's like, guess we got a cat now. And you actually see these are two humans in here.
That's the form of adoption. That's how cats get adopted.
It very much is. You do see two humans in here, even though Rudy did say one of them was a werejackal before.
Okay. And did Rudy mention approximately which room that he was trying to
Yeah.
go to?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, he's just gonna kind of casually just sniffing around before going through the door. Is the door open?
Yeah, it's open like a crack.
Okay, he's gonna do that thing where he just kind of uses his paw to squish through it and open it more.
Yeah. You see it. You see another human laying in bed.
Well, now that he's not under the watchful eye of that one guy, he's just gonna go straight for the door. He's on a mission.
Yeah. This door, however, is closed.
He's gonna wait a minute to kind of listen in.
Make me a perception check at the door.
Okay. 17.
On 17, you hear the scratching of a quill on paper.
Rinse and repeat. He's gonna he's not gonna scratch at it, but he's gonna paw and kind of
With a little, like, thud, thud, thud.
Do the thing that cats do when they really want into a place and they just like shove their fucking paws between
Yeah.
like the floor and the door.
he's just laying on his side, just trying to squishing his fucking feet through there. His arms.
After about a minute of this, you see the door opens and you see Corvala at the door. Oh, well, where did you come from?
He
And
just meows and rolls over on his belly.
she yells, "Did someone let a cat in here?" And you hear from the other room, yeah, just seemed really cute. As you're laying on your belly, make me a persuasion check.
He's just vibing right now. You said persuasion?
Yes. And you know,
Well,
since you went to the belly, I was going to give you advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Because who can say no? Who can say no?
go!
Who can say no to a cat
Ayo.
rolling on its back?
Let's fucking go!
There was like the immediate suspicion, just like this doesn't seem right. Oh, belly.
All belly. She leans down, kind of like gives you rubs around the ears.
He's still full on purring.
After about a minute of this, she tries to like scoop you up. You let her scoop you up.
Yeah.
As she kind of scoops you up, and she goes and closes her door, goes into her room. Oh, you're just what I needed after a long day like this. She kind of just like goes back to her writing in her journal. And she like now like absent-mindedly just kind of like scratches your head.
He's full on just still purring, but he's absolutely now trying to read what she's writing.
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
as you are a giant cat in someone's lap and can very easily are at eye level with the desk.
God damn it!
These are
He's
some
getting
really
2 inches of
good.
scratches.
Yeah,
He's
these are
getting
some
2
real
inches of
good.
scratches.
Lost in the sauce.
I gotta thank you. I was about to say I've got to put the cat in the room.
Oh, I'm so glad you came here. You we're really we really needed something like you, a new member of our pack. You know, it's been hard since I had to take over. I try to do the best I can, but I just can't do anything. Can't be can't I just can't get her back fast enough.
He's making note of that her. But he does headbutt her hand. Like in a hey. More scratches.
Oh. She kind of like she puts her pen down. She kind of like sighs and she just sits back in her chair and just like 2 hand scratches you for a bit. And eventually she just gets up and lays down in her bed. Kind of does like the pat pat next to her.
He's gonna hop up.
Yeah, she kind of like she fully goes to bed, and, like snuggled up with you.
Oh.
Yo,
Urtos has become the emotional support cat.
this music popping off though.
I'm still I'm
Uh,
listening to Song of Storms, whatever that is.
from Zelda. Also
Maybe?
pops off. It's a great song if it is.
It is. Oh yes, this is Zelda and chill.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
He's gonna wait until he knows that she's in a deep sleep before he tries to once again go towards the book.
yeah. I will be back in a minute.
Okay.
Yes, boy.
I see. I will say I'm very glad I found a way to get this cat shtick to work.
Yes, we need into a very potentially dangerous hideout.
Cat. When in doubt, cat.
See, we're gonna run across dog people one day, and it's just not gonna work.
I mean, he's about the size of a fucking dog.
Not the
Yeah,
same
and
though.
if we
You
come
need
across
him to be a dog, throw a ball. He'll fetch it.
Oh,
if we come across dog people that are strictly dog people, I can work.
Yeah. There
Oh.
you go.
I am back.
Welcome back.
As you, at this point, you wait in there for probably another 30 minutes before you really hear the full like deep sleep. Um, as you hop down, make a stealth check with advantage. Oh yeah, easy. Um, yeah. You can then read the book. No issue.
Is it in a language he knows, first of all?
Um, well, let's see. Yes, it's just in common.
Oh, okay.
You see the journal on the desk is a ledger. You see it looks like she was writing in all the book sales for the day. And as you kind of like paw through to like the previous to like to see previous sales, you do see the 3 books that had made the Candlekeep were sold here. in each for about 250 gold. Which you see
Well-
other books being sold for 250 gold. See, most books were sold for about like 10 to 25 gold, and then some of the rarer books were sold in the 2 to 300 range.
Okay. Is Urthos just trapped in this room now?
Yeah, unless Urtos has a way to open up that door.
I mean, he does have Mage Hand.
Does have Mage Hand. While you're in here, give me a perception check. A 21 under the bed, although you would have no way of opening this. You do see a trapdoor under the bed.
Hey, Gil would be very proud of Urthos because he looked for the trapdoor. And you know, as soon as he sees Gil, he's going to let him know, like, hey, I found a trapdoor.
Yeah. And you are easily able to Mage Hand open the door. She did
Okay.
not. She did not lock it before she went to bed.
And he's just gonna kind of. Gonna kind of.
As you head out, you do see. Seems all 6 of them are now asleep in here.
He's not gonna disturb him, so he's going to very just casually walk.
Yeah.
All the way until he's out. Which
You,
then.
that
go ahead.
door is locked.
Is it locked? Okay.
Yes. I'll remind Urtos that your telepathy does require sight.
I
But-
figured as much.
You do know where you did see your friends hide beforehand.
Yeah, he did.
If the 3 of them could give me a stealth check to Urtos's perception.
Regular
Avek,
perception or passive?
regular, because you're actually looking.
Oh, gotcha.
Dean,
Oh, you know where I am.
Well, I
the person you
Dean's
specifically
just
see,
gone.
the person who sticks out the most is definitely Avek.
I think Avek's full, like, standing in the street, like, looking for Gil. Not, like, actively running around looking for him, but, like, in the direction that he went. Like, where the fuck is the kid?
Oh no. Oh, no,
Urtos
he's
is just
gone.
kind of
worried.
Urtos is just kind of propped up at the window. Just his paws on the windowsill. And Avik, you hear that little voice in your head. He's just like, Avik, can you please unlock the front door? Or come to the front door? Or open the window.
I'm gonna panic and just start looking around. The fuck?
I was really
It's
hoping
Urtos,
this would
over
happen.
here.
Just slow grab his hand, feel around for any bumps. There's probably a few, but like they're not new ones.
He's gonna be like, check for a concussion later.
Do I know where Dean is?
Yes.
Absolutely not. On a net 20, Dean is gone. You fully lost Dean immediately.
Yes, yes.
Dean, however, you do see Avek kind of like across the street from you, looking very confused.
Are those people still out in the street doing illegal deals?
Um, at this point, you guys have been here close to an hour. It's about 8:30. There are still, you don't actively see anyone on the street here.
He doesn't know what to do because he's pretty sure he's hearing voices now.
And Urtos realized that he can't get through to Avek. Can he go try and find Rudy?
Yes, you are able to find Rudy very easily.
Yeah.
You
He's gonna
pop out through the kitchen window.
be like, Rudy, help me out. Help me open the window, please.
Okay. Can I
Yeah.
see if I can like shimmy the window open?
Yeah, you're able to shimmy the window open pretty easily.
Okay.
You see, it is locked, but Urtos is able to like flick the lock from the inside.
That's fair enough. I
And
was
then he's
just
gonna
gonna...
scramble out.
There we go. Close the window.
Uh, and we're actually gonna hold right there. Para, do you want to join me and worry about it?
Oh no.
So it's been about half an hour at this point. What has Gil been doing since he left?
No, man. I think he's really just pissed that everyone keeps like calling him a narc and, like I think he's gonna mope off a little bit. Probably wander around, eventually realize that, he shouldn't just leave his friends and kind of go like, okay, well,
You definitely see some sketchy stuff wandering around, and then you're like, oh, not only should I not be alone, I definitely shouldn't leave those idiots by themselves.
right. I think that I'll probably go back, but I'm gonna, Batman perch on the roof. Now that Urtos is not on the roof, I'm gonna go be on the roof.
Okay. So, in D&D Beyond, in Roll20,
Mm-hmm.
go to the dice roller,
Mm-hmm.
hit the GM button,
Mm-hmm.
and then just roll a d20.
14.
14 plus, 22 for Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one sees you.
Yeah.
And we'll say you're having a high enough perception. You're able to spot everybody but Dean. You eventually, like about 10 or so minutes after you show back up, you see Avec kind of starting to freak out, like lose his mind, and then you see Rudy open up the window for her toss.
Okay. I'm not gonna come out of the shadows yet. I'll let you know if and when I do. But for the most part, I am really just going to stay stealth away from these guys, and then just watch out. If like things go south, I'm gonna try to jump in for that sneak attack.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I'm still mad at them. So
Okay.
because I'm a brooding child, right? Like
Brooding child on the cusp of puberty.
Mm-hmm.
Early bloomer Gilbert, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can hop back in general.
Thank you.
Well, howdy there.
Hello.
Oh fuck! I just spit an ice cube out onto myself,
Good job.
so I'm not really sure what happened. But yeah, what do y'all? Rudy, you let her toss out the window. Dean, you still see Avec very confused in the alleyway.
Also, like, extremely concerned.
Ursos is definitely going to fill Rudy in on everything that he learned, as well as what she said.
Okay.
I'm assuming everyone is gathered, so she's gonna come out of her hiding place.
Yeah, you're filling Rudy in while they walk back to where Avec is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, Rudy, Dean just walks up next to you.
So we finally meet back up again. I look directly at Rudy. I'm like, you know how to like fix things, right?
Most. Why?
I think I'm hearing voices, and that's like got me really upset.
What did the voice sound like, Avik?
Oh no, man.
Did they
Sound like
say
a little
anything?
fucking nerd.
Did they say anything weird?
What should I roll to see if Avik paid attention to what was actually said instead of just being freaked out that there was a voice in his head?
Make a wisdom save for me.
Oh no.
Is that at disadvantage because of exhaustion?
No.
Saves now.
Saves no.
You want us so bad.
Yes.
On a 15, you know what was said.
Something about you pleading to be let out of like a place. I don't know.
Dean's just gonna look to Urtos and just giggle.
Urtos just gives a knowing look, like, yeah, I tried and failed.
I don't
think I'm
think you
going
have to worry
crazy.
about that voice.
I disagree. I think I'm very worried about that voice.
You should be worried about a lot more than just a voice.
There are many worse
that a
things that
fucking
voices in your
threat?
head can say about being let out the window.
What did you say back?
I said, is that a threat? I'll beat the shit out of Cat.
But Avek doesn't know it's the cat.
Well, that won't stop him
Played
from
yourself.
fighting a cat.
Beat the shit out of himself. Yeah. Alright, what are you guys doing? You guys have gathered a little more info.
So then Rudy, through Urtos's knowledge, will tell what was said. I don't know if they're malicious or not.
I know it's hard to tell if it's intentional at this point. Does that make sense? Intentional.
I believe so. Though
Mhm.
the mention of getting someone back is a little concerning.
Right.
It sounded as if she had lost somebody important.
Yes, but
Were-
they're trying to get her back.
Were the prices of the books mentioned?
Yes,
That-
Urtos would have given all of the information that he got from in that room. The prices of the books.
So then Rudy will probably be a little bit more vague than, oh yeah, 200 to 300. It's just like, well, some of the books were sold for far more than the others. And those ones seem to be the rare ones.
Well, if people were spending so much on books, why the fuck are they living like this? Like, I understand that there's like a decent number of people in there. That's a lot of money.
And it also
think-
brings into question where they're getting those books from.
Yeah. I mean, could they be paying like a ransom? And maybe that's why
Maybe.
living like this.
That might make sense.
I don't think it's wise that we can go in there and talk about
oh,
this.
yeah. Also,
That would be when, Dean, you would hear the voice saying that they're all asleep. Talking would
Right.
absolutely not be the wisest idea.
try to go find our little buddy.
Yeah, if you guys want to go try and find your little guy.
I think that would be a good idea.
Let's. Wow.
I need y'all to make an investigation check for me. Try and find your little guy.
I will help someone.
Avek has disadvantage.
Well, there's me. Yes.
I know I've got a +1.
So I'm gonna help either Ertos or Dean, whoever wants help from Rudy.
Now you can do it since I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Oof, an
I
8?
should have given it to Dean.
Yeah.
The
You
little guy is
guys,
very hidden.
yeah, you guys are calling around for your little guy, and you don't find him. What do you guys doing as you look for him? Like, how
Probably just
exactly?
a simple keeping an eye out for now. At least from Rudy.
Ertos is gonna take to the roofs. See if a
Um,
higher vantage point could help him.
on a higher advantage point, give me another investigation check with advantage.
Okay.
You still
Solid
don't
12.
see him.
Did we see which direction he stormed off in?
Yes. He stormed off in that direction.
Okay.
Start
Uh,
asking anyone I see on the street.
Did you see a little
Chill.
guy?
Oh, guy.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, disadvantage. 'cause-
Yes.
he just looks tired.
Oh, Avik looks like a tired dad, probably.
You kind of go up to one guy and he goes, "The fuck you call me?"
I wasn't even fucking talking about you.
You call me a little guy? See, it's clearly a dwarf.
What? I'm trying to find a kid right now who's completely unattended. I don't have time to argue.
Oh, now you're calling me a kid.
Oh, Rudy, I'm feeling violent.
Rudy, I guess we'll hear this and just look over. Lumber over. What's
Making
the
my way
problem?
straight. I'm gonna fight this. Fight him. I'm gonna fight him. I need
What?
to go.
All right. What's the
Oh.
problem? Looks to the dwarf.
Well, your friend there was calling me a little guy and then calling me a kid.
I'm about to flatten you like a pancake.
You wanna try?
If I may, we're actually looking for a little kid, not you.
Make
We're
a
looking for a little cat.
make a persuasion check. With disadvantage because this guy is
Yeah, it's not
very
good.
angry.
I'm totally down to throw down with this dwarf in the street.
I can see all this, right?
Oh yes, very clearly. Um,
Better than that one.
yeah, technically, but at this point, listen, I don't got any beef with you.
Well, I assume that we don't either.
Well, they're calling me a little guy.
No,
they're saying
they're very clearly not.
They very clearly. All I know is they said I'm a little guy. I'm minding my own business, and I just hear little guy, little guy.
Yeah, because we are looking for a little guy from our group.
While this is going on, can I drop down behind this conversation that no one can see me and like walk up behind little dude? They can see me now, and then I'm gonna tap the dwarf on the shoulder who's taller than me and go, "No, they are looking for me. I am in fact a little guy." And he has to like probably
Nice.
look down to look at me.
What the fuck? I don't listen. I don't care what's happening at this point. He fully like picks up like a fistful of rocks, like a fistful of small rocks, and
I
just
would rather you
hucks
did-
them at Avik, and then storms off.
I'm gonna spit on the ground in his direction. Not at him, but like, just to be disrespectful.
Oh, he
There's a-
double flips the bird.
There's very much just a raising
Mine
of
are
hand and
bigger!
primal savagery and claws dripping with acid. Just please don't do that
He's
again.
fully turned his back and has started walking away.
It's just
Just two birds up in the air.
I just turn around and start walking back towards town.
Yeah, you guys now have a little Gil walking away from you.
All of them, I guess.
Well then.
I don't know where everybody. I know where
so.
Rudy is.
Rudy was still there for a hot second, just like debating whether or not to claw this man's back, but then decided against it.
I think Avik's full like fist clench, shaking a bit because you wanted to throw hands. Just trying to be a better person.
It's just the claws, and then slowly dissipates, stretches the hand, reaches up to Avik's head, pat, pat. Let's go find our little guy.
Yeah. Where's Dean and the fucking cat?
I think they were looking in the other direction. Anyway. Gil,
I'm still walking away. Yeah.
are you alright?
I figure we need to go find some place to stay. Let us go.
Should probably go tell the other two that we found you.
That is all right. I will meet you down by town. I will get us place to stay. And he's just gonna keep walking.
I'm just gonna follow him.
Did you
I'll
just
let
say we're
them
gonna go
go.
find?
I'll let them go and try and find the other two to try and tell them that we found Gil.
Already? We'll follow Alec and Gil first. Was you guys heading to town?
Well, we don't have a place to stay the night
Yes.
yet, right?
Yeah.
So I figured I'm gonna go find us a place to stay. And I'm sure that there's one that's kind of towards
Yeah.
the middle of town.
So you're you're definitely looking away from the sketchy part, but towards the more like less sketchy. Okay. You come across a tavern called the Brown Horse. It's got a sign with a silver horse on it.
Very upset about this. Did we get so like in our provisions? Did we get like I don't know, I don't want to say a stipend, but like, something to show somebody to be like, "Hi, we're with these people. You can charge their account," or are we kind of shit out of luck?
They would have given you an advance on your first month's payment from the Keeper of Tomes.
Sure.
Since you guys would be leaving and would potentially not be back. So each of you can add 100 gold as your first month's payment.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit! I forgot we were gonna make bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and go up to the innkeep and be like, "Well, we would like like real quick do it." He wouldn't do a count. He would just know the number. But like, how big are your rooms? We need two that fit six. We need to fit six people. I understand that there aren't six of
Yes,
us,
but you're large and small. Probably about 6 people sized.
yeah.
You see the bartender goes, you want 6 people? If you want to be on the cheaper side, technically a room could fit 6 people. But if you wanted to have a little more space to yourself, 2 rooms would probably be enough.
How much for 2 rooms for 2 nights?
2 rooms for
Or-
2 nights? 2 gold per room per night.
I'm gonna slide him 2 room per, so 8 gold.
Yes.
I'm gonna slide him 8 gold and be like, we may extend our stay, but here is our advance just in case.
Well, I thank you.
Avik standing behind him, visibly attempting to count out gold.
Oh,
Just-
Avik.
Focused in.
He's gonna go put a hand on Avic's like knee because I know that that's way above my head. But like, I reach up and it's okay. I've got it.
I mean, Avik's not that tall.
Avic is like 7 foot, right?
8 foot.
8 foot,
Yeah,
and
I'm
Gil's
7 foot.
only like 3 feet tall.
I mean, I suppose his head would be about Avik's knee. But
Right.
you reach
I
up
have
to
to.
his-
I have to. It's not like I'm reaching down at the knee. Right.
Okay, yeah. I guess, yeah. That would be
About to
weird.
Open up the height comparison
I was gonna
website.
say
Hold on.
my leg is like 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall, and I'm 6 foot tall. So like.
Your whole... Are you just 5 feet of torso?
What? No, the lower half of my
Okay,
leg
the
is
lower
at
half
least
of
like
your
a
leg.
foot in the
Okay.
leg. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like proportionally.
That's why I was
It
very
doesn't
confused.
seem that weird.
That's why I was very confused when you said your leg. I knew what you
Alright.
meant, but immediately the image popped into my head.
My leg only. Yeah, right. Like so right about there. My head is probably about at knee height. So
God,
Oh my god.
broke me.
I just hear you
Just
fucking
oh guy.
weak.
Oh god.
Oh, it's a good one. Uh, anyway,
he's gonna look at. So I'm assuming I get the keys to the room.
yeah, you got 2 keys.
And then I'm like, would you like to go sit at the bar back, or would you like to go to sleep? You look very tired, but you might want to get something to eat.
I think I need water.
Let's get you some water. And he's gonna like kind of like pull him by the pants.
Bold of you to assume Avek wears pants.
You know what? Fair.
Actually, you do.
And
Does
pull
he?
by the leg hair.
Oh,
no.
Avek wouldn't have much leg hair.
Move this up, baby.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll sit at the bar, get food, get water.
Yeah. You get a meal with your room.
Yeah.
Roll her up. Oh man, Alex just gonna lean over. Look, I know we were being dicks. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know. I reacted very strongly. But,
I mean, you saw me nearly punch that guy because he didn't understand that I wasn't fucking talking about him. I can't blame you for having a big reaction.
that's fair.
I got anger issues. I'm working on them.
You can appreciate that.
I'm gonna put a hand on Avek's shoulder, like, reassuringly.
A ruffle, I guess, his fur?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
The fur on top of
It
the
would
head.
be much weirder if he had skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
a
no.
naked cat.
Oh no.
Oh, because of his skin.
Ugh.
Ruffles your skin?
I hate that.
Dean drops dead. Derek can't play with this anymore. You're not allowed a backup character.
Okay, awesome. Later, I'm out.
Ugh.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you guys are having a good meal. Some water. If if Gil gets something other than water. It's up
Yeah,
to Gil.
he's gonna get some water, but then he's also gonna get a warm glass of milk and drink it like it's take it like it's a shot, like
Just
slam
down the
down the
hatch.
cup on the down the hatch, slam the cup on the counter,
Yeah.
wipe it, burp. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been a oh god, it's a day.
Mm-hmm.
I was bit by an oversized rat. Oh,
You were, and what? Actually, can I see that? Is it like infected? Do we need to
oh
like go
shit,
to an
maybe.
apothecary?
I think Avik just fully like flops the bear pelt over his shoulders and starts like trying to pull up his sleeve to see where the rat bit him. I don't know. Does it look infected to you?
Does it look infected to me?
Make a
Oh,
medicine
God, it
check.
looks horrible.
Give me a good old medicine.
Like a 13.
13. It looks not. It looks like it's healing, but there's definitely some not great stuff in it. Definitely.
Here, let me. And I'm gonna like take. I don't know. I'm sure I have like a cloth or something. Dip it in the water and like try to clean it out a little bit. And it's times like this that I miss the baths.
Oh god, a bath would be so nice right now.
I know, right? It's fantastic. We had it good, didn't we? Damn.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What does the barkeep look like?
Uh, an older elf, bald, like he looks like a middle-aged elf. Doesn't make any sense.
I just look at him, just look at my little buddy and go, I also just really miss Randy.
Yeah.
I know you do, bud. I know you do.
And I miss little one. Back.
Yeah, I think I should change my name to Big One. Just I feel like that would be like more fitting in that case.
Yeah, I could see that. That'd be a funny little nickname.
Yeah. You keep calling me little guy, which is fine. I don't mind being called a little guy, but because I'm just a little guy. But
You are just a little guy.
Was that a little guy voice doing an imitation of little guy voice?
yeah,
I loved it.
little guy being a little dude.
A little guy being a little fella, being a little dude.
I think that's gonna give me rabies. Like,
Be much more worried about lycanthropy, but I haven't show any signs about lycanthropy.
what's
so-
lycanthropy?
Okay, so and the rest of this conversation is probably going to be me explaining lycanthropy and then explaining other diseases and stuff I know about, and not that I know about a lot, but I definitely I don't know. I've read some books, especially before going on an adventure. But yeah, you basically get bit by a werewolf, and all of a sudden boom, there you are. Well, now you're a werewolf, and it's really hard to get rid of. And then it becomes sensitive to silver and the light and sun, and but also sometimes that doesn't
Fuck.
happen.
I don't know
Yeah.
how much of that Abak absorbs.
Give me an intelligence check to see how much of that Avek absorbs. With disadvantage. I believe that's with disadvantage.
Oof.
Oh yeah, that's a you don't get you a dirty one.
You know the
The
word
other one was-
lycanthropy. That's it.
Yeah,
I
that's about
kind
it.
of know how to pronounce it.
Lycanthropy.
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 Lycanthrope me.
Heyo.
Lycanthrope me. All right. I'm sorry. Done. Bye, guys. Done for the night.
You know what? GG's.
Yeah,
I think that was a good game.
that campaign over. That's where
Yeah, I
it's
think
gotta
we
end.
all deserve a nice firm slap on the ass.
Does Urtos just get adopted by the pack?
Yeah, Dirtus just gets adopted by this pack.
Okay.
We'll cut away from the tavern. The brown horse with the silver horse sign. And we will head back over to Rudy, who is looking now for Dean and Dirt.
Dean and Dirt.
Of course.
Or Dean and
I've
Urtos.
split myself into two separate entities. Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Didn't know you know how to do that.
Dirt was the boss we've never expected coming.
Dean and Urtos. I need all three of you to make an investigation check.
As we try and search for
Oh,
each
no.
other.
As Rudy searches for you guys, and you guys search for Gil.
Am I still with advantage, or am I just straight roll?
Just if you're still up on the roof, you're at advantage.
Yeah, he's still on the roof.
No.
I'm
Dean,
looking blindly.
Dean, you do come across Rudy,
Yay!
but that's about it. None of you know where Urtos is, and I assume Rudy fills in that you've found Gil.
Yeah.
So now Rudy and Dean are looking for Urtos, and Urtos is looking for Gil.
Can I help Dean look for Urtos?
Yes. Dean give it investigation advantage, and Urtos investigation advantage.
Is that advantageous?
Well, I mean, you could get double net 20.
Boy.
Yeah, Dean, you guys find each other. Urtos originally just kind of like looks past you guys. It's like, I'm not looking for them. But then, Dean, you catch Urtos up on a roof. And kind of like call out to him, I guess.
I guess upon hearing his teammates call out for him, he'll hop down, be like,
If you're looking for Gil, they found him.
Yes, it seems like they were trying to find a place for us to sleep. They went that way. Alvek is with him.
Most comforting sentence in the world.
yeah, I was gonna say, you see Urtos just kind of twitch his tail, and he's like, okay. He's got at least a big man with him.
Yeah, he got some muscle.
Big
Yeah.
old man.
In which direction were they?
Towards kind of like the middle city.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then Rudy will kind of like usher both of them towards where they saw those two going.
Yeah. After a bit of searching, you do find a tavern named the Brown Horse that has a silver horse sign. Seems to be one of the only taverns still open this late, at least in this part of town.
Seems like our best bet.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, you guys head
Gil?
in. Yeah, you guys head in. You see Gil and Avek sitting at the bar, drinking water.
See, like
Do we
5
catch
cups of
them?
milk.
Do we catch them during that wonderful and reeling conversation, or is that long over?
That would have like just finished.
Yeah, Avik definitely
Right.
still looks lost. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gil's
Lycan
also
therapy,
milk
I
drunk.
agree, they all need it.
Gil's a
buddy.
milk drunk.
Mhm.
Oh, Gil.
Love that for Gil.
Yeah, Gil and Avek, you see the rest of your party walk in.
Hi, guys!
Hello.
Dean's gonna quietly wave and walk her way over.
I'm gonna hand the key. Hey, this is your room. We have them for 2 nights.
Wait, question.
Does he have more of a lisp because he's drunk?
Mhm.
Does Avik know how seriously people might take lycanthropy?
Uh, People take lycanthropy very seriously.
We were just talking about me being bitten by something that was probably a lycanthrope in front of it. Does it look like anybody is paying attention to that?
At this point, the barkeep has heard lots of stuff and just doesn't care. He's learned, not my business, not my problem. And most of the other people here are either not close enough to hear or fully passed out at a table.
Just needed to make sure.
Yeah.
We didn't want something awkward happening.
Fair enough.
Well, we'll
Can I
get
take a
you.
look over? Can I
Ready
take a
for
look at? Can I take a look at Ovik? Just being like, do I see any signs of any kind of lycanthropy or infection from
Yeah.
the bite wound?
Make a medicine check. What did Gilbert get? Yeah, on an 11, you get about the same that Gilbert got.
I'm also a little tired.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see anything worrying at the moment, so I think you're all right.
I've had worse infections, so probably be fine. So, Gil, buddy, you ready for Betty time?
Yes, please.
Okay, come here. Let me help you, buddy. If Gil lets me, I will just scoop him up.
Mm-hmm. No resistance.
I'll
I weigh
quickly try to-
nothing.
Oh, I know.
Gil,
Makes
make
it
a
so much greater.
Gil, make a con save for me.
Oh no.
Avok's gonna politely clean up just their little area. You know, stack the plates, get the cups all in a nice little line.
Yeah. By the time you get to your room, Gil is fully asleep.
I thought you were gonna
Fine.
make him hurl.
I also did.
No,
Don't
I just
do
had
my-
milk.
Just had milk.
I know, but it's you upset.
I mean,
It
technically,
was very curdled milk.
good for
No.
No,
But
okay,
even by
okay.
the time Avek finishes cleaning up their area, Gil is fully passed out.
No. Fair.
So how do we want to divide the rooms? It looks like we have two.
I guess we see how many beds are in each. We didn't really ask that. We just said
Fair
we need
enough.
to fit 6 people.
Yeah. You could all fit in one room. It would be very cramped though. There are just 2 beds in each room. But there are large enough beds for Avek and Rudy to sleep in. So multiple of you could sleep in one bed.
Anybody wants to snuggle? Here, I'm gonna quietly Gilbert down. He's already asleep. I'm not gonna wake him up and be like, "You want to snuggle with someone?" Or
Little guy kisses his own big bed.
If you want to make a perception check for me, just anyone who's still awake.
Sure.
oh wait, that's a disadvantage. Hold on. I don't think I can get worse than that. Not.
Dean and Rudy, you notice that in one room, if you pushed the 2 beds together, it would definitely be big enough for a giant cuddle pile.
Oh.
Dean's just kind of gonna give Rudy like a look and then nod her head towards the beds and just see if Rudy picks up on that.
They have high enough insight and also realize the same thing, and is just gonna look to the beds, look back to Dean, nod.
Perfect, excellent.
Lovely.
Not understanding. I'm just gonna nod as well because I just noticed that they're nodding at each other and I want to feel included.
Avik, could I get a bit of help?
Yeah, sure. Was what?
And Rudy's just gonna go to the other bed and push it.
Would you help us push these beds together?
The second Rudy started pushing, Avik rush to the other bed that he like laid Gil on. He's just gonna slide that shit into place.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. Do you guys cuddle pile for the evening?
Yeah.
I make sure I'm like on the outside of it because if I roll over,
Yeah. If you roll over, there's some
You get the big
serious
ones
threat.
on the outside.
Yeah. So your cuddle pile would be Avek and Rudy on the outside, Gil and Dean on the inside, and then Urtos in the very center.
the snuggle pile.
Oh, snuggle pile.
Urtos is just a big heater at this point.
I am starfished over whoever's directly next to me. Like they're gonna wake up, arm flopped over them, possibly a leg as well,
Oh,
depending on who it is.
it's either Gil or Dean. Let's one of you wants to give me a high or a low?
Wait, huh?
Or did Dean have a preference of
Yeah.
sleeping next
Or
to
does Dean have a
Rudy or
preference?
Avek?
I actually think for once Dean is gonna choose Rudy over Avik just because
Ooh.
Rudy knows about the nightmare beforehand.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is targeted.
I mean, also Rudy's just a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, Dean again sleeps in a fuzz sandwich.
Yeah.
But you guys all fall asleep very fast. You guys have been up for a very long time. And it's been about 5 days since any of you slept in a real bed. So you guys are fast asleep. Um,
So Avik would have made sure the door was locked before he actually laid down.
the what?
The door
The
was
door was
locked.
locked, 100%.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no problem. In the morning, you guys all wake up, and Gil, you feel a kind of crushing weight on you, as Avek's arm is fully like across your entire body.
I don't think I can move it.
Probably not.
Here, let's see. Yeah, that's a definite no.
No.
Out of -1, Avek doesn't even feel it.
So for this long rest, I keep the thing, right?
Actually, because you get the very basic amount of wound treatment of having it washed out, it goes away on this.
How?
Yes. If no one had washed out your wound, it would have been 7 days. But being that somebody had the forethought of washing a wound, it was
Fair
only
enough.
one more
Yeah,
evening.
I think if Gil hadn't already, I think Rudy probably would have.
Augers? Oh, it's beautiful. I think with a level of exhaustion, Avek's out for a while. Not waking up as early as he normally.
Then Rudy's probably awake first.
Yeah. Rudy, you see, as you wake up, it's a mess in here. Gil is awake, but is fully being crushed by Avek's arm.
And Rudy's definitely gonna like carefully lean up, trying not to disturb Dean, and just like reach over and lift Avek's arm off of Gil.
I
Easy
roll
enough.
out and bow
Combat
my
roll.
head. Yeah, combat roll out. Uncanny dodge out. No. Actually, I would like to bonus action disengage, and yeah, I'm gonna like bow, and then I'm gonna leave the room. Are we all in the one room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take the other key then, and go in the other room.
Alrighty.
Nerdboss is still
Rudy
just
will
passed
hunger.
out unless somebody wakes him up.
Until the other two are awake, I think Rudy will still just like stay in bed doing the same thing that they did last time that they were in a cuddle puddle, which is do the prepared spells, a little bit of humming, a little bit of magic-y shit while still just in a cuddle puddle.
Okay. As Gil goes over to the other room, anything you're doing in there?
No, not really. I just like I'm probably gonna write my letter. You know, I'm not gonna send one today.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start it. Probably send it in like a day or two. Finished out. Prepare for the day. Fold my clothes. Re-prepare my bag. Things like that.
Okay. Yeah, Dean is probably the next one to wake up. What are they doing as they wake up? You kind of hear Rudy kind of humming behind you.
She is going to she's gonna tuck the bat plushie that she's had because she did pack it. She'll never not pack it.
Never
She's gonna
not.
she's gonna tuck it under the pillow. She knows people have seen it at this point, but she tucks it under the pillow for safekeeping. And she just kind of sits up, looks around, and goes, "I'm hungry."
I feel like that's what wakes Avek up.
the mention of food.
Yes.
Yeah, fully just like head lifts immediately up off the pillow. Like there's drool down one side of his face. Is food? Huh?
I believe it's time for breakfast then.
What time is it? Is there like a window or anything in here that I could like peek outside of?
You peek out of. It's definitely late morning. You guys probably slept till like 8 o'clock.
Holy shit! I
Yeah.
was out. Oh, my schedule's gonna be so off. Fuck. Get up.
I'm gonna wake up the cat.
A little nap.
He does the little
It's time
noise.
for breakfast.
and then he does the big ol' cat stretch.
Big
stretch.
ol' stretch. Yeah, you guys get, dressed and head out to go get breakfast. Or head down to go get breakfast.
Yeah, if we don't see Gil already down there, Rudy will probably like halfway down the stairs take a look. If we don't see Gil, I'll go to the room just to be like,
Yeah, you would have heard people leaving the room.
Yeah.
okay.
So you all go down to get breakfast,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
and
Breakfast.
and Gil joins them.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing that like children do, where it's like nothing happened.
Okay. Know it well. Yeah. You guys get, whatever breakfast you want. And after breakfast, where are you guys headed?
Said before, I'm just a muscle.
I believe this is the time whether we decide if we're going to try and understand what those guys are trying to do, or if we report, or if we just leave.
Give me a group insight check.
Disadvantage.
No longer at disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh.
terrible.
Ooh.
Not worse.
Ooh. Gil
He
and
is just
Dean,
hungry.
yeah, very hungry. Not really sure what to feel about these guys, but Rudy, Avek, and Urtos, you haven't gotten maliciousness from them. Nothing you've picked up from them, especially Rudy and Urtos, are malicious. There seems to just be something here you're missing.
Oh my gosh, I think going to the town guard's like a last resort, like we don't know what else to do thing, you know?
Fair enough. Do we want to try and talk to them again? Maybe not in a crowded stall
Yeah.
to try and understand what they're doing? Or do we want to try something else or just leave them?
We should probably just talk to them. Because, I mean, if they.
I think worth a try to talk to them one more time.
Yeah, I mean, Guild does have a point. You know, if they are fucking around with dangerous shit and they don't get it under control, maybe the cops should know. As much as I dislike them.
All right. So talk to them. If there's nothing else that can be done, and they seem to be out of control, then we'll report. Yes?
Yeah.
Sounds about right to me.
Is that all right with you, Gil?
Whatever is fine.
Want to ride on my shoulders? You can see the world from up here.
No, thank you.
You are still rolling to GM, by the way.
I know.
Okay, just making sure. um, yeah, where are you guys heading after breakfast?
Probably go check the stall first just to make sure that they're not there already.
It was about this time yesterday that you were there.
So we'll just see if we can nab the manager. If she can step away for a couple moments, if we can, give her a talk.
Yeah, as you approach, you see the same people there as you did yesterday morning. And you do see the manager is there as well, Corvala.
The book reading dude reading.
He was there later in the day.
Ah, shit.
He was in the
First
So
final
off,
before
just
we
gonna-
go in,
Go ahead.
before we go in, it's just the question of, so do we want to all go in, or do you want me to talk to them again?
I don't want to act emotionally, so I think it's best you go in.
You need
Alright.
backup? Because I can just stand behind you with my arms crossed, looking all tough and shit.
I think it's alright. I think we have something of a mutual understanding.
Yeah.
I appreciate it,
Oh.
though, and I'll lumber in.
As you kind of lumber in, she looks over to you and goes, "Ah, you're back. Is there something I can be
Urtos
helping
is
you
gonna
with?"
follow. Urtos is gonna try and follow Rudy in.
Conspicuously or
Nah,
inconspicuously?
just walking.
Okay.
No, he's not hiding himself.
She kind of looks to Rudy first and goes, you're back. Is there anything I can help you with?
I believe we have a few questions, if you wouldn't mind stepping away for a moment.
She kind of looks down to Zertas and goes, I suppose. Just lead the way.
Alright, we'll lead her down into something of a more secluded back alleyway.
Yeah, you go like in the back alley behind a row of restaurants.
Just where no one's gonna
Yeah.
be able to like overhear or anything.
So you sent in your familiar, is it? Is it?
No. He's a friend.
It's just a normal cat?
Mm.
Weird.
More so than not, yes.
Oh,
Weird.
weird.
Fucking weird cat.
But we just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything untoward about what you were doing. And it did raise a few questions as to why you're selling such high end books from that shack.
She looks, your passive insight is high enough. She looks like I've been found out. There's no reason for me to lie anymore.
Silly monkey.
Since you were in our home, I suppose you saw that we are werejackals.
Yes.
Well, our pack was in service to our mistress. Mistress, ba ba ba, Natalia, and she is no longer with us. So, we've been selling her collection to try and bring her back.
What do you mean by trying to bring her back?
We need a lot of gold for our resurrection.
Ah, okay, there we go. I was about to ask if I knew about resurrection magics.
Yes. Yes,
I see.
and these books were her collection.
A fairly dangerous collection.
Well, I realize it's a lot of money we needed, and I realized we wouldn't quite have enough books. So she had taught me how to create King Watsims, beings that can take the form of a regular object. And so I used them to make copies of the books, of the more rare books. And sold those instead of the actual ones.
I see. Well, unfortunately, if that continues, I believe that will result in the loss of more lives than just your masters.
I see that now. I told them to stay in their book form, but I guess they don't listen forever.
It appears not.
But how are we to make money without selling these books?
There are other options. Are you capable in combat?
Not. We can hold our own, but not incredibly.
Then perhaps bodyguards of some sort. You can offer services. There are ways to earn money without selling large books. There's adventuring, for one.
Yeah, adventuring's fun.
I just. I think we will have to now. But I didn't want to risk losing any more of my pack. But
Understandable. But great risks do require some risks.
yes, That-
Riptos is going to tilt his head,
that makes sense.
and he's going to ask Rudy if they can ask her if they possibly have any other talents within the pack.
I was about to say that shit
Okay.
too.
I'll relay that question.
Well, we have lots of talents. Find myself a good saleswoman and a good bookkeeper. We've got a great chef.
Ah,
So then
I
why
mean, if
not
they're a
use
really
those?
good chef, I mean, people pay ridiculous amounts of money for really good food.
Well, we had always tried, but we could never find. We didn't want selling our mistress's collection wasn't our first choice. We just couldn't find any work. But selling stuff in the wide doesn't really require much more of anything than a small bribe to the guards to not worry about having the proper permits.
Oh,
So, after not being able to find steady work, that's what we went to.
Instead of trying to sell her collection, why not sell the food if you've got a great chef?
Well, the f- the what the fuck is the term called in a business for what you pay for your
The
merchandise?
overhead.
The overhead is a bit expensive on that. We've been in the wide for a few months now, and the amount of restaurants and food stalls that have gone under are numerous.
Also, I like how she just full on didn't question the voice in her head.
Oh, that was her? Right.
That was Urtos. Yeah.
So
Urtos just straight just kind of forgot momentarily and just asked the question. Asked her himself.
wait, what the? You. Weird
Like I
cat.
said, more cat than not.
I'm not sure about the not part.
did you start hearing voices around him too?
Was Avik there? I thought Avik stayed out in the.
I don't.
Oh, I thought we. Oh no, wait, never mind.
I mean, we left
suppose you
very
got- yeah.
early, so I guess it was up to the rest of them if they wanted to follow into the alleyway.
Yeah, if Avik wants to be there, Avik can.
I don't know, man. I thought when they moved into the alley, we were all just supposed to be there. I'm wherever Dean is. That's your choice now.
Is Dean in the alley?
Yes, but the furthest away.
Okay. So Avik and Dean are kind of like hanging back, but are definitely like still present.
Well, as long as you don't make more of those creatures to sell as books, I don't think that we have much of a problem with you trying to bring back your mistress.
How many books did you say had been attacking?
3?
Okay, I think that's all of them. I have a couple more, but I can destroy those.
Well, have you thought about maybe selling them as a form of security, as opposed to passing them off as normal books? Sell them for what they are, which is a great form of,
Oh.
item security.
Um,
And if you could make them into things that weren't books, then even then you have a wider audience, and the overhead becomes a lot less because blah, 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 and he'll just go rattle off why this is a better business decision than selling books
that you think are books that aren't books?
Well, I never thought about that, but they really only listen to me is the problem. Even if I told them to listen to someone else, I don't think it would work. They're not the brightest creatures that I create. Um, I don't suppose you know anyone who would hire us for really anything.
Do we know of anyone? Because obviously all of us were doing something before
Say
we went to
how
Candlekeep.
how's the small town of Guildsboro? Could it use some farmers, some hands, some maybe a chef?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's kind of like a rich white kid town, so
yeah.
you know.
The town of Guildsboro could definitely use some help.
Well, it does. You seem to be in a little bit of luck, and as long as you're not going to cause any trouble, I can send you
To this, and he's gonna write down the name of like one of the nicer, wealthy people in town who might be able to help them out, and you know, sign his name at the bottom, give a little note, and say,
if you bring this to Lord Habershaw, he will probably be able to give you a little bit of work, or at least point you in the right direction. There are lots of farms, and I'm sure everyone down there could always use a good cook, and you know, maybe your little books will come in handy if you were working for them. So maybe give them a shot. But I will say, if you get into any trouble, I will make you pay for it.
Oh God. Oh,
Uh,
your
I,
balls just dropped.
Gilbert's. Oh no, Gil. uh, well, I thank you greatly for this opportunity. We wouldn't dare screw this up.
I don't think you would.
Uh, we'll have to. She pulls out a map from somewhere and goes, "Can you mark it down where this is on the map?"
sure. He'll mark where it is. He'll mark some of the danger spots along the way, or like the easier paths to travel. Um, he'll also mark like some of the, like the good places to stop along the way. Like, oh, there's actually a really nice restaurant right here. I might try it out.
This is where the world's largest spoon is.
I saw the biggest book, but you can't turn it into a thing.
Yeah.
And he'll go, yeah. And while you're there, make sure that you try our. We have really good sorted apples. So if you're good with apples, highly recommend you pick up some recipes along the way.
Oh. Ba, ba, ba. Well, we're gonna start packing up and heading that way right away. Uh, I, I, I can't thank you enough for what you've done for us, and not. I mean, now that we're not going to do it anymore, and all the books are gone, or I'm about to, I'll destroy them. There's no reason to tell any of the city guards about what happened.
Oh, thank fuck! I really didn't want to talk to them.
I would agree with you that we would not need to tell anybody. It seems this was just a large misunderstanding.
uh, Thank you so much. If you ever need help and you're near, you ever need help really anywhere, just find us and we'll help you.
Why, thank you. And I'll be checking in regularly after you get there. It should be about
This many days of travel.
so you should expect a letter.
This many days away from that.
Yes, I'll be waiting patiently for it.
I will send word of your arrival. They will be waiting for you when you die.
I really can't thank you enough. And she's going to like bend down and like reach out her hands to take your hand in it.
I
Like,
could go to give the hand.
and she fully like grabs your hand and like pulls it up to her mouth and kisses your hand.
Oh,
Oh, there is no need to grovel. I appreciate it, but I am just a man on a mission.
This is just a sign of appreciation where I'm from. Nothing, nothing more than that.
Wait, is she also a lycanthrope?
Yes. But she did not bite you. You are fine.
Okay. He'll think about that as it's going by. Oh, and by the way, just so we're clear, please don't bite anybody. I know you're not going to, but I'm just doing my due diligence by saying
Yes.
it.
I know. We're not that type. We if people want it, we do it. But most people don't know we could do it, so most people don't want it from us.
oh, be on the watch out for the fucking rat assholes out there. One of them just chomped me.
Oh, was it that fucker that runs around with those 3 big ass rats?
Yes.
Well, they're
Oh,
dead now.
we
I
fucking
was gonna
killed him.
say ran.
Oh, thank God. That dude was a dickwad.
Oh, it really was.
Well, anyway, I best head back to the shack or head back to the stall and then head back to the shack. I truly will never be able to thank you enough.
No problem. Do not worry.
I'm Rudy, by the way.
Corvala.
Oh fuck. Avek.
If we
I
tried
remember-
to contact them, they wouldn't know where the fuck we were.
They would be able to use context of nobody's ever tried to contact them before, or if they tried to contact you. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
Urtos is gonna tell her his name and then also rub against her leg and be like, "Safe travels."
She kind of like leans down, gives you some head scritches, and it's like, "Thank you for being there last night." And then
He
she's
gives a big old purr.
and then she heads back off to her stall.
Well, that went well.
Remarkably so. I do
Um,
apologize for jumping to conclusions.
And
Yeah.
he just turns and kind of starts walking towards the food that he wants very badly because he's hungry again.
Fuck
I
yeah,
mean,
let's go.
considering they're in a back alley behind a bunch of restaurants, it's gotta smell heavenly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
Beautiful.
guys are able to get a good old big old lunch. Even though you guys just had breakfast, but suddenly after all these smells, you guys are all hungry all over again.
Avek is a bottomless pit.
It's true.
Avek's the bottom?
Hey yo.
I mean,
Speaking of Avex, though, I did tell Upset about Dristan.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I will say though, during their lunch, Urtos is going to let Gil know that he followed Gil's advice and he found a trap door.
I knew it.
So I suppose this brings the question of whether we want to stay another night and indulge, or if we want to head back.
Well,
We
it's a
could
long
always use
travel
it as a
bag.
Oop, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's a long travel bag. That was it.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, we could use the night as a celebration.
Yeah. Plus, who knows? There might be like shops here that we might not be able to find in Candlekeep.
It seemed like their shops in Candlekeep are rather limited.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
shops in Candlekeep are more services that are required.
Glass fixing, you know,
Yeah.
book binding.
Yeah.
Just
Book
look
binding,
for shit.
clothes mending.
A blacksmith, but mainly for like door hinges and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys going shopping?
I'd like to
I
go
mean, we
shopping.
got paid. We might as well
Don't
look.
say the S word. Dean will be out the door already.
Dean, wait.
Walk?
Dean is stylish,
What?
right?
Oh, absolutely, baby.
Absolutely.
Dean
I-
comes from money.
I would like to like after we eat or like while we're eating, we're kind of deciding this. I would like to be like, Dean, would you do me a favor? Would you help me pick out some more stylish clothing? I feel like my taste is a rather how to put this? Bad.
Oh man.
I feel like Dean might just explode.
Dean's-
Yeah.
The whole table is vibrating.
The tail is thumping against the chair.
We can play, as it were, dress up.
Wings just flapping,
Yes.
starting to slightly hover.
Anything that I want.
I'm gonna check out my outfit real quick. Pause for a moment and be like, oh, I think I look fucking hot.
I
Rudy
mean,
doesn't even look at their outfit. They don't care.
Lip bite. What are you wearing?
And Urthos is a cat.
Urtos is a cat.
He's got a pretty collar. That's all the clothing he has.
I remember right. Alex wearing like black leather pants and stuff.
Auga.
Yeah. Beefy boy.
Biffy boy.
Oh, wow.
Rudy's really just got like simple pants, a couple of belts on, and then that like drape over. Not really even a full shirt. Like it's just there hanging. Like there's 100% side boob
Oh,
everywhere.
100%.
Oh my god, side boob twinsies?
Ah woo,
Hey, yo.
ah woo. I know that I'm a cat, but ah woo.
Yeah. The only one of you that doesn't, or I should say, the only two of you that aren't like fully hanging free, or at least partially hanging free, are Dean and Gil.
That's fair. Yeah, and Gil's a rather stylish little lad, but not that much. His clothes are definitely like things that he's bought places. Like
Definitely
he-
bought by his
Does Gil
mother.
stop at the Gap?
Yeah, he was kind of like, you know, he'd buy he'd buy like I went to Havershaw the shirt, you know, like or like you know, like how it's like New Hampshire, it's a sweatshirt, you know, like those kinds
I
of things.
love MILFs.
Yeah, I love MILFs. Man, I love frogs. So yeah. And then at some point I want to go shopping for like enchanted things and stuff. He just wants to like look around, see what's out there because he's never been.
You guys will. There are no magic shops here. No like magic
Yeah,
item
figured.
shops.
Oh, good.
The closest thing Gil would find is that wizard tent,
Mm.
which, you know, Gil doesn't know what's inside of it as he approaches. We will finish with clothes shopping because that's definitely going to be what takes the most time. But
Yeah.
it will happen.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
like, I
all-
don't think I need any weapons. I don't really. The one thing I really want is a dagger that I can throw that returns to me, but I don't even really care about that. Yeah, I mean, you go for more armor, but that seems.
Small
ill-advised.
reminder as the note taker, if you want to have those chains identified or fixed or dispelled
What change?
on the book.
On the book.
You have
Yeah.
the book.
That is right. Rudy does have the book.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
I mean, she wouldn't think about it, but if somebody else wants to bring it up and say, hey, what about those chains?
You have the book. Out of sight, out of mind.
Fair enough.
Hey, Rudy, what about those books? Just as you're passing this weird magic shop, think about that book with the chain. This magic shop definitely doesn't exist for that purpose.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right, fine. High or low, everybody.
Hi.
As we're walking up to this bookshop and I see the word identify, I go, oh my god, we have a book that says things that I don't know what it does. Magic, I'm not good at magic, and all these guys are idiots. So, hey, Rudy, do you have that book by any chance that I could see?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Here you go.
I'm going to take it up. And I'm like, good day, sir.
Yeah, you pop your head in the tent and he goes, "Ah, another customer. How a wonderful day, perhaps."
Wonderful, wonderful day indeed. It's actually beautiful out. Is it beautiful out or is it like fucking raining and storming?
Yeah, it's pretty good out.
Okay. What a beautiful day. I was wondering, I saw a sign that says that you do identify. Do you do identify here or do I have to buy a, like,
Ah.
scroll or something?
You can buy a scroll for 20 gold, or I can do it myself for 10.
I would like, would you be able to identify this book and, or maybe the chains on it and how I might be able to dispel that book? Or that chain?
Yes. Give it here.
I give it to the man.
Give it to the man.
Ah.
Ba, ba, ba. You see, after about 10 minutes, he goes, "Ah, the martial art techniques book. Ah, I see this book here is a +1 flail. Really good at smacking people."
Disgusting.
I don't know what the
Now-
book itself reads, but yeah, you could smack someone real good with this book. I've been smacked with a few books in my day.
So have I.
Absolute temptation to use one of Urtas's spells.
For your fear, Alvik, smack the books with another book.
They does not want that fucking book.
So I'm confused. Is
The book
that
is a weapon, yes.
the book itself is a weapon?
Yes. Well, I suppose the book plus the chain is a weapon.
The book was to change weapon. Okay. How does one make the book chain a weapon?
Well, it's been a long time since I've used weapons like these. And he kind of like two-hand grabs like the chain and just starts swinging in here.
You should be careful. You're gonna catch your tat.
Oh, yes, of course. And then he like catches stops the chain and catches the book.
There's
Good
audible
call.
whack on my forehead with my hand. Hey, thank you, sir. And I pay the man his 10 gold. And then I look at everyone. Oh, by the way, you all owe me 2 gold for the room.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Uh,
Urtas will
Hey.
pull out two gold and give it to Gil.
hey, Rudy. How many? Can you help me count this real quick?
Avik is able to
One.
count to 2. He knows how many fighters he's fought at once.
He just wants to double check.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
It's me and Silver.
Oh, I suppose that's the real issue. Pulls Electrum out of somewhere.
Oh, no.
I will hand over the 2 gold.
Thank you. Okay. Well, now we have a +1 flail. I think the only person who can use it
Is Avik, yes.
yeah, because it's a
Oh.
yeah.
Alvik gets to use the
Very
book
great.
weapon.
It's a book. Avik doesn't know. I think it would be smart for him to take it. No.
I mean, wouldn't you want to hit a
Book
motherfucker
bag.
with another motherfucker?
You have a book on a chain. Doesn't get more metal than that. Yeah, little bitch.
Basically, have an enslaved book.
Yeah. that's
destined to
right,
hit its own
enslaved
kind.
fucking book.
Oh,
You
God.
like that, don't you, you little book?
Just look at this shit. Does this guy just tell you what shit is?
Kinda, yeah.
Yes, I
Not
can tell you
only.
what all sorts of shit is. It's kind of my specialty. Got other shit you need to find out what it is?
Should I have this birthmark on my back?
Oh yes, show me, show me.
He was very eager.
I
He's
lo-
a little too eager.
This is like a full like 7-foot wizard.
Oh,
Yeah, full skin and bones. But as he steps around the corner, you realize he's so tall.
gosh. I mean, I can show you what it is, but like, I think I'm like 99% sure it's a birthmark, so I'll just show him the birthmark, I guess.
That weirdly, huh? It is definitely a birthmark for sure. I don't need
Yeah.
magic to say that, but it does look weird. It does kind of look like a map of the Sword Coast.
Fuck!
Yeah. I mean, okay.
I'm
See,
gonna show everybody else.
see right there is Candlekeep. That would be Waterdeep. Here's Baldur's Gate.
Ooh, be careful, your fingers are a little cold.
Oh my god, I
It-
see it.
It's a wizard thing. We can't get cold fingers.
They have bad circulation.
Listen, they don't move too much.
I guess Avik now canonically will always have a map of the Sword Coast?
Yeah, it's canon now.
God damn. Oh, no.
Well, is there anything else any of you needs identified?
No,
think that
sir,
book was it.
right away.
Ah, well, in that case, he throws down a smoke bomb, and you guys are suddenly outside of his tent.
Oh, fuck.
We can see him. Like we're only like 6
Yeah.
feet away.
Yeah, you're just outside the tent, but
Like,
and he's still just in there.
all right, well,
Time to go clothes shopping?
time you go close shop.
Yeah. So, Gilbert / Dean, what kind of style are you going for Gilbert in?
Yeah, Gilbert. What are you
No,
What's
this is
up
you,
here?
dog.
Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was asking
She's
you
gonna
for
take
advice.
her clawed hand and just kind of grab his wrist and just walk. Like the mom walk when like when like moms take their teenage son shopping at the Gap and like they have exactly what they want to buy their kid.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Except there's no pushing up the shopping cart. She is just on a mission.
She is just on she's a mama on a mission.
Avik will also find some clothes. Maybe they're here.
Okay. So Dean, do you just give Gil like a very similar look to you?
Yeah, because she peeps the edgy cloak and she's like, "Oh God, I have the thing for you. I know exactly what you need."
Oh right, you had the edgy cloak.
Yeah.
The pants, the boots, the shirt, the cloak, the
like-
accessories.
You've
She's
definitely
like, you need the whole 9 yards. You can't just have the cloak. Having just the cloak is ridiculous. So if you're gonna get the cloak, you have to have the boots with the accents that match the cloak. And then with the she's gone. She's gone.
Yeah.
She's not gonna stop talking for like a while.
you can
He's
just
listening.
go to Dirt's Twitter page and you can find just what you're wearing now.
You got it.
And what is Avak looking for in here while he's clothes shopping?
I mean, his shit obviously, like all the stuff he has, obviously screams, "I fight for a living." So I think he's gonna go grab like, not like a nice pair of pants, but like an alright pair of pants, like a loose fitting button up shirt, and then like one of those
Like a
like corny little vests.
like a I'm gonna go see my partner's parents for the first time sort of outfit.
Yeah. It's all same like dark colors that he usually goes for. So black.
Yeah.
Good enough for him.
Is Ertos getting a new collar?
Nope.
Okay. Is Rudy getting anything new clothes?
I think Rudy and Urtos are doing the wait in the changing room thing.
Oh,
Like they wait outside the changing room, sitting on the chair, just twiddling their thumbs.
for sure. And is Dean getting any clothes for herself?
Oh, absolutely.
So it will be 2 gold per outfit. However many
Oh,
outfits you want to buy, that is just across the board.
Dean's getting 2.
Yeah, same aesthetic.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and say that canonically, I bought like 5 outfits.
Oh my god.
Well, you gotta have the basics, then you have to have the statement pieces.
Right. You can make 17 different outfits with 3 with 3 button-up shirts, 4 jackets, 4 pairs of pants with matching jackets, 3 pairs of shoes, and 6 ties. So you know.
Okay. Yeah,
Just cash.
Gil and Dean now have a lot of clothes.
That's valid. We also have a cart, so I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah.
Does this place have any like just small pieces of jewelry?
Yeah, you find some small earrings and nose rings and like lip piercings. And like some kind of like small bracelets.
Should I get piercing? I don't know if I should get piercing.
I'll get one with you if you get one.
They are quite fun. Points to the nose piercing that they have.
So I think you'll grab something for like a nose piercing and a lip piercing.
Have you guys just
If he's
into a-
going,
Is we queer?
going all the way.
Are we queer? Is that what you
Is
just
it-
We're called the Candle Queers.
Oh, we weren't before. Is this how we become the candle queers? They show up place and be like, oh my god, no, the candle queers are here.
Well,
This
they're gay
is
because they all have nose piercings.
The mighty
Fashion
nine.
montage.
Watch out, fucking candle queers.
yes, this is officially where in game you guys get the candle queers tag.
Oh my god, wait, can we be shopping at this place and it's like actually just dirt behind the counter?
Oh,
Checking
this is
us out.
100% a hot topic.
Yeah, and Dirt's just like, what are you guys, the fuck, where are you guys from? And like, oh, we're from Candlekeep. What are you guys, the candle queers? Canon, it happened.
100%.
Canon.
The way I'm canon in this, I'm killing myself.
It's canon.
Avik will
yeah.
also
Yeah,
try to pick up.
you guys can get a piercing wherever you want on your body.
Getting Prince Albert.
Nice. Can Avik try to find like a bracelet that a pretty lady might enjoy?
A piece, like a what are you looking for?
A bracelet that a pretty
Oh,
lady might
yes.
enjoy?
A pretty lady. Make
Yes.
a. What would a roll for a pretty lady be?
Charisma.
Yeah, give me a just straight up charisma. You know what? Give me just straight up charisma.
I think fuck. I'd rather charisma than intelligence.
Yeah, you
Not
find
bad.
a nice bracelet that you think Randy would really like, or a
Okay.
nondescript pretty lady.
Yeah, a nondescript pretty lady. She's gonna take my these shit up to the counter and buy it.
Yeah. All in all, do you get piercings?
Absolutely.
Yeah, give my
Uh,
ears pierced.
Sure does.
Yeah.
It didn't appeal to him having self control with this.
Okay.
I only get 1 ear pierced though, but I get it pierced 3 times.
Okay, add another 3 silver. We'll say silver per piercing.
Okay.
How many piercings is Avek getting?
2.
We'll say 2 silver, and then we'll just round that up to a gold, including the bracelet.
Dean is getting 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Alrighty. You guys have spent a lot of your advance.
Money is not real.
Money's not real.
Money is renewable.
I mean, we're getting paid bank with this, so You know, we deserve to treat ourselves a
Well,
little bit.
They also said we'd be duly compensated for going here, so.
That is true.
It's like when you splurge before your paycheck comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's exactly like that.
And they pay me $6. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
I think Avik would fully do the people here do the piercings for you, or do you do them yourself? Because Avik would do it himself if he was supposed to.
They'll do it for you, but would Avek go to someone and ask, or would Avek have just done it?
High, he would ask. Low, he would just do it himself.
Okay.
Oh, Avik's gonna be smart.
Yeah.
Wanted to get infected. You've already had a were rat ruined.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little cautious.
You already
today.
had a wear scare, my guy.
I had a wear scare. I don't need my nose to fall off.
Oh. Yeah. You get. Are you getting nose piercings, ear piercings? Like, what are you getting?
Avik was gonna get a nose and a lip.
Okay. Oh, so like full queer. I see.
Oh yeah. Asserting dominance here.
Some queers and their 2 cats.
We just look like a polycule at this point.
I mean,
Probably.
Wait, I don't even know what a polycule is, but I saw that today, and somebody said, "Wait, is that pronounced polycules? Like Hercules?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I can never unsay that now."
Oh no.
oh
This
dear.
is cool.
As you guys leave the hot topic,
The hot topic Claire's.
No, Dirt does them. It's fine.
you say goodbye to the cashier who has just a name tag says, "Hi, my name is Dirt."
Awooga. Awooga.
Yeah. You guys at this point it's very close. It's like dinner time.
Yeah, we'll go dinner. We'll do dinner, then we'll do bath afterwards, maybe, and then we'll hit the bed. Get ready, go in the morning. That'll be our 2-night stay. It'll be pretty
Yeah.
good.
You don't know about a bath in Baldur's Gate.
That's
Yeah, we'll
fine.
have to ask.
I don't know about shit anywhere, anyways.
I think I'll will rush everybody out after because if it's that late, like he knows that poor person in the shop probably just wants to close. So she's like, "Okay, come on. You have a nice night. Come on, go."
Slam the door behind them.
Slam, lock. Very quickly the weird music that was playing from like a bar just sitting in the corner, just he fucking bolts.
Like, fuck, I'm gone. I'm gone.
All the magical
My
lights turn
life
off.
into pieces. This is my last resort.
Suffocation.
See, I gotta go.
No breathing. Thank God these fucks left the store.
Thank God these fucks are leaving.
Honestly, most of it was just the other two. Avik just had his shit, paid for it, and then just stood and watched in terror.
Yeah, you guys spent like a full 4 hours shopping.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even a question.
Yeah. And that's being generous, let's be honest. But by the time you guys get back to the tavern, eat, it's about 7 o'clock now.
Give myself the sniff test, see if I know it's not wonderful, but could I stand just the trip back and then go to the bath there that we know is there?
You
Or
have
Yeah.
do we have
It's always the option of river bathing.
Yeah, you guys did see some rivers you passed, and you haven't like been exercising actively, like you've been working out or fighting, just been mostly walking around, so you're not too bad. but you could definitely take a river bath on the way out of town, or like on the way back to Candlekeep.
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
river bath.
River bath, river bath.
Do you guys now that you're all consciously going to bed, do you all cuddle pile?
I was gonna say, are we drinking heavily since we're
Oh.
celebrating? Like,
Yeah. Are you guys drinking heavily?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that Gil will be like, you know what? I need to loosen up a little bit, so maybe I should try some of this alcohol that you have.
Okay, maybe you have a sip of mine before you dare try to get your own, because it's not for everyone.
Alrighty, the
May-
kid's gonna have a drink.
Yeah, you take a sip of
Dean
Ave.
pausing and opening his wallet.
Gil, you take a sip of Avex drink, of Avex ale. Make a con save for me. DC 15. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. It is not pleasant. You immediately like.
Yeah, see what I mean, buddy?
It's really good. I can definitely see it's an acquired taste, but it's
Oh yeah.
maybe not for me today.
Yeah, maybe stick to milk.
I'll take you. Bartender, I'll have 3 milks, please.
He kind of like chuckles to himself and goes, "What the fuck? I broke my notebook.
Ah, loser.
I popped the front cover off. What the fuck did I do?
Oh my god.
How did I? What the fuck? Okay, well, let's hope all these pages don't fall out.
Oh no.
What was happening? I got very distracted. You guys getting sloshed?
Some of them are getting sloshed. I'm getting milk sloshed.
Blasted.
You will watch.
Okay, so whoever is drinking past the point of they should be, make a con save.
Please. Yeah, I do pretty good.
Ooh.
Oh, let's go.
All right, is Rudy drinking or
Nope.
just okay?
Literally just me last night.
Yeah. Dean and Avek are getting a little tipsy at this point, and I don't know. I guess if Gilbert's gonna get milk drunk,
When I
Uh,
say milk drunk, right?
just like sleepy.
I don't think
yes.
it's physically possible for
Yes.
him to get drunk.
But like, yes,
What's really happening is he's just drinking a bunch of milk and getting real sleepy.
yes. Make one to see if Gil falls asleep.
Yeah.
And this will be like after like the first hour.
Yeah. He's still a child. How about an even 10?
And even 10, Gil's starting to feel it. He's like starting to get a little sleepy, little sleepy little guy.
He's got the wisp on. He's like, all right, guys, I'm ready for a good night's sleep.
Shit. Are we all going to bed? Big drink of my drink.
Yeah, are you guys gonna quit while you're ahead, or have a repeat of last time you guys went out drinking together?
We look at Dean. 1 round of shots?
1 round.
1 round.
All right, both of you give me a con save.
Oh, yes.
Please, 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 please.
Ooh, that's not wonderful.
Dean, you're still holding it, but Avek, you're starting to struggle there. You're definitely at the tipping point.
Oh, this feels nice. Push up. A little bit wobbly, but I'm a big boy.
Big boy.
I've been drunker than this.
Oh, definitely.
Dee needs to go to bed before she starts flirting with people.
Me at Colossal Con in like 2 days.
Fair.
Alrighty. Yeah, you guys.
for taking such good care of them, Avik will leave the man a tip, but all he has is gold, so he's just gonna, wow,
How much do you throw on the table?
just a gold,
Gold.
because that's
You guys
he
have
only has gold.
you guys have drunk quite a bit at this point. That maybe covers what you've drank.
Oh goddamn!
No, like you said, on top of.
On
Yeah.
top of, yeah, it would probably be 2 gold for what you've drank. You've been here for drinking 2 hours at this point.
Yeah. Okay. There, I'll take that up then.
So
Pop it down.
as you
Start
guys,
waddling back to my room.
yeah, as you guys go up to your room, are you cuddle piling again? Is everyone in a cuddle pile or?
Gil
Like,
doesn't like to
down.
cuddle, so he probably
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah, it's
enough.
understandable. Gil's either able to go to the other room or just take. They definitely pack a tight cuddle pile. Gil could
Yeah.
definitely just take a corner to himself.
We have a second room.
Oh,
He's
you
gonna
do?
go to the other room.
Okay,
Fair enough.
fair enough. I love that Gil just sleeps in a different room always.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck these weirdos.
It's so funny to me.
Loves you guys, but no.
But I almost made a gross joke.
Do it.
I won't.
Right.
He's a growing boy, okay? He needs time to himself.
Ah!
Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Mhm.
quiet.
Mm-hmm.
An ice cube just went down my throat.
Good.
That's what you get.
Deserved.
That was karma. Instant karma.
Alrighty.
I will just. We're about to wrap up, so I will quickly. You guys wake up in the morning, head out onto the road, get to the. A day or so in, you find a good river to take a river bath in. Can't quite do the whole hair thing, because moving river water is not quite so easy to stand in.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But eventually, you guys make it back to Candlekeep, make it back to Officer Hopper, and she gives you collectively 100 gold. And she also gives one of you a small cap. Looks like a little newsy cap. She says,
It's immediately going to Gil.
this here's a helm will comprehend language. This is a much different voice than I originally gave her. This here's a helm of comprehend language. You guys can give it to whoever you see fit.
Uh, uh, I rewind very quickly. I was gonna say, the day that we all woke up hungover, Avik had it at some point in the night moved off of his stomach and fully wrapped both arms around Rudy and Dean and pulled them in. Probably also just squishing her toss between all of them.
Aw.
Just like a big ol'
100%.
snuggle.
Big ol' snuggle. Alrighty. So, you guys each get 20 gold if you were to split it evenly. And, who is going to be getting that helm?
Well, this is the best question. Who's gonna wear the fucking newsy hat?
That would look really cute on Gil, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
would, but Gil's got a
then-
new aesthetic going.
Don't worry, Dean can embellish it. It's fine.
I guess the biggest question is, I don't remember if you have to be able to read to comprehend languages.
I was going to add an additional thing on. It would give you the ability to read common, whether that's something you want or not.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh fuck! I realized I did have something else that I could have asked to get identified. Oops, too late.
Oops. Oops, too late. I mean, you still do have a lot of wizards around you.
Yeah.
But,
Question. Well, I'll ask you this after session.
yeah.
I mean, Urtos also did buy a scroll of identify.
Yeah, he did.
Is also true.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck actual rules for scrolls.
Because I completely forgot that we had the book.
Homebrew rules for scrolls is just needs to be with a spellcaster who's able to cast that level of spell.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we will end session there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.